Yo, yo, yo. Hey, yo, what's good? It's all my heroes and villains out there. You know who it is. It's your boy, LC. And guys, welcome to another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. And, yo, check it out. Wait. Go ahead and make sure that... Oh, phone. Okay. Bet. Yo, check it out. It's gonna be good. Saturday, yo. Hope everybody's having an awesome weekend. Man, I had to work today, but you know what? It's done with. You know, I usually don't work on the weekend, but it is what it is. Gotta make that money. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm happy right now. Really excited actually for this live stream. We're gonna be checking out a bunch of Doom videos, and this is a series from Dr. Goon. So the dude's pretty funny when he's doing his commentary when it comes to the comic book. So yo, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and yeah, smash that like button. It does help out the channel, guys. Alright, so what up, Claire? What do you do? So yo, happy Saturday to everybody. Yo, it's gonna be good. Yo, get your popcorn ready. This is gonna be a long one. Alright, we got like about 2 hours right here. So, hey, also before we get started, later on, probably like 2 hours later, but like later on tonight, I might do another live stream, and then the live stream is going to be the unboxing. I gotta do the unboxing to the Green Goblin to put with the Hot Toys Spider-Man that I did. So if you guys seen that video, make sure to check it out. If you didn't, check it out. But later on tonight, I'm gonna come back on another live stream. We'll hang out, and then we'll go ahead and unbox this bad boy. Now this is the cartoon accurate Green Goblin, so we're gonna be doing that. But alright guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get it started. As you guys come in, man, do me a solid, smash that like. Oh, also you know, got how to rock the hat, rock the jersey, you know what I mean? So we're doing it, baby. Alright, so let's get it going. Bam, bam. And guys, let me know if the audio is good. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
Alright, real quick, if you are a fan of my content, make sure to check out all the links in the description to support the channel. You can either Cash App, PayPal. I also restarted Patreon. Definitely check that out. It has a couple tiers with amazing perks, and my memberships on my YouTube just got revamped. I cheapened everything so that more and more people can support, as well as I sweetened the deals to make sure you guys get the...
Because normally I just pause it. What I was saying is that, can you hear me over the pausing? And like I said, if I'm going to talk about the story or say anything about it, I'd rather just pause it. You know what I mean? That's why if he's saying anything important, I'm not talking over it. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just pause it and shit. But, yo, this dude is funny with his commentary. I promise you, you guys are going to have a good time with this one. I promise you.
The most out of it. So if you want to support through that way, make sure to check it out, as well as check out my free public Discord server if you want to join up, talk comics, and have a good time. And without further ado, let's begin. So, this video has to come first, right? I did watch Shang-Chi yesterday, and I'm going to do MCU Cap vs. Shang-Chi Complete War, but I promised you guys a Goon video before I did that. And what better character to do a Goon video on than perhaps one?
Yo guys, let me know in the chat, those watching now, those watching later, man. You know, what you guys thought about the Dr. Doom from back in the days. You know what I mean, from the Fantastic Four. I didn't mind it, you know what I mean, because growing up, I was just happy that we had a Fantastic Four, you know what I mean. But, and I was legit as well, you know, but I enjoyed the one from the back in the days, you know what I mean, with the Chris Evans, but not when they try to remake it and all that stuff. But I enjoyed the old one. Let me know what you guys thought about that. What you thought about the old Fantastic Four movie.
One of the gooniest to ever step foot in comics. Dr. Victor Von Doom. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to give you a background on Dr. Doom, like who he is, and then I'm going to go over some of my favorite goon moments. With a character like this, not all of them will make it in this video, so if you run up to likes to like, I don't know, 450, I'll drop a part 2 Doom goon video. Okay, so 450 likes, and we'll do that. But anyways, let's begin. So, who is Doom? Doom is the rightful ruler of Latveria, his own country, as well as his mom, given her mystic ties. He is a user of the mystic arts, and overall is the op to the Fantastic Four, as Reed Richards is his intellectual rival. And Dr. Doom, in his escapades as one of the more dominant figures in comics, has always strided to be the king and has literally become God before. So let's get into some of his gooniest moments and some of my personal favorites that I thought were hilarious. Number 1, he ran off on the plug when it came to Silver Surfer, robbed that hoe of his power. So he saw Silver Surfer and he was like, yo, this dude has mad potential. He just jobs. Like, he's a jobbing ass bitch, but he is strong. So he hit up his minions and he was like, yo, we're gonna bring Surfer in. Brought in Surfer, started confusing Surfer with big words. Then he had his homies jump Surfer, drained his power, and Surfer was like, yo, you don't understand, with the power cosmic, you could like blow up a galaxy. And Dr. Doom was like, shut up, bitch, and like slapped him away and ran off and did hood rat stuff with Silver Surfer's power. Anytime Surfer takes an L, I'm here for it, and I love the way Dr. Doom went about that. Number 2, one of the godliest moments in comics. I don't care, don't at me. His interaction with Luke Cage over some money he owed Luke. So if you didn't know, classic Doom was kind of racist.
I remember this. From back in the days. I did read this, and this was pretty funny.
He always has like racial undertones, and just basically he's a, if you ain't from Latveria, baby, he don't care about you. But getting into this, what happened was some of his people or Doombots defected, right, and went to the hood, and they became hood robots. And so he was basically like, yo, Luke Cage, I can't go to the hood. It's gonna stand out. I'm white, so you got to do it. Luke does it, right? But when he comes back, he didn't get paid. Dr. Doom left and told the dude at the hotel or whatever to tell Luke he ain't paying him. So Luke pulled up to Latveria and they scrapped, and Doom's like, I'm still not paying, bitch. Eventually he does pay to get Luke to go away. Because Luke, if you owe Luke Cage money, his scaling increases infinitely. It's absurd. He was beating up everyone in that comic for a few $100s. But yeah, he tried to stiff Luke on the check and started like an international crisis over it. It was godly. Number 3. Oh man, this is one of his best trash talking moments. So there was a point in time when, of course, the multiverse and the universe itself was under threat of collapse, right? And it's sensical in that moment for any parent to want to talk to their kid and like express their, you know, if we don't make it, I love you, like I'm, you know, this is goodbye. Right? So Reed's doing that with his daughter and his kids. And Doom goes, you are a weak-willed father. Oh my god, what an ass. Yeah, he literally, like...
Yo, that's the thing, man. Yo, everybody's gonna be... Yo, people are going to hate Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, but like in a good way. Like, that they're gonna hate him as a villain. Like, yo, this guy's mean. He don't give a fuck. Like, you know how... You know, I mean, you know how we know how Tony could be. You know what I mean? But he still cared. Dr. Doom? Oh my god. It's gonna be some crazy shit. And I can't wait for the interaction with Dr. Doom and Spider-Man.
We're threatened with the end of existence. So it's reasonable to say bye to your kids, and Doom saw that as weak. That shit, oh man, that shit just cut through a deep moment, and it was comedy. Next up, this is personally probably in my top 3 for Doom moments. So there is a situation in which Namor got into some shit involving threats to the universe, and eventually he's like, yo, I need help. He went for help to the wrong source, and he comes to Dr. Doom and tells him his situation, right? And he's like, yo, I need your help. And Doom goes, sorry dog, I can't. And Namor's like, bro, like all of reality is threatened if you don't help me. And Doom says, yeah, but nobody picks Doom second on the team. He literally was like, dude, I'd rather universe burn before I get picked second, bitch. I'm the GOAT. And it was one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen in comics. And it goes to show how.
Yo, you know the crazy thing is that when they do the Avengers movie, they said there's gonna be a shitload of Avengers, right? I think they said like about, man, they said like, I think they said there's gonna be like about 75 people, right? That's a lot of characters, right? And yo, it is crazy because you have to do the Avengers, the Doom, what is it, Doomsday? You got to do that one before what is it, Secret Wars, because that's exactly how it is in the comic books. You know what I'm saying? But if they wind up, remember, they normally don't do everything as is, but they normally take inspiration. You know what I mean? But if you you see things like this is just for you to have an idea of, okay, all of the things that they can literally take from or do. You know what I mean? When it comes to Doctor Doom, like all the things, you can see Doctor Doom, you can see Namor with Doom. You're like, what the hell kind of team up? You know what? It's in the comic books. You know what I mean? It could be for whatever. You know, so this is just to give you an idea of all these things that they can do with Doom that he's already done in the comic books. So that way, when they do it, you'll be like, oh, I did see that I did see a video on that on Heroes and Villains. You know what I'm saying? So that's all.
How high of an opinion Doom has of himself. Next, we have one of his biggest asshole moments. He should have got beat up for this. Probably should have died for this, but he didn't because he's Doctor Doom. So there was a situation, one of the most, in my opinion, like crazy supposed death moments in comics, where Johnny Storm faced off against like the Annihilation Wave and self-detonated, right? And this tore Ben Grimm apart because he wasn't able to save his best friend. And Doom, the next time he sees them, was like, yo, Ben, we smoking on that Johnny Pack, my guy? And Ben was ready to fight. Because he was like, yo, Ben, I thought you were a hood rat. Like, I thought you rode for the homies. Where's your dead homie? Why ain't you save him? Like, I'm talking about the most hurtful trash talk you could talk. Ben was ready to fight. Sue Storm stepped in. This is how crazy of a trash talker Dr. Doom is.
He said, we smoking on that Johnny Pack, my guy. That's fucked up. Because Johnny Storm had died.
He got Sue Storm to threaten to turn him into a vegetable by putting a bubble in his head because he was talking crazy. That, like, F in the chat for hating on him being a godly trash talker. She was really about to get out of character and commit a fucking like the most brutal of fatalities to Dr. Doom. Next, we have the weapons he keeps in his hood. So if you didn't know this, it's super hard to pull up on Latveria and just solo it. Literally, Dr. Doom in his castle, in his domain, has weapons specifically designed to like body Galactus type character. Like, he's forever ready at his home turf for some crazy shit to go down and for him to have to prepare for it.
Yo, Galactus is going to be crazy. Crazy. Yo, that's what character I can have. Yo, see, I got back there, I got the Galactus right there. There you go. I got the Galactus. Yo, shit, man. I am so happy I got that. I'm so happy I got that. You know what I mean? Because he's coming out, he's going to be looking just like that. Comic book accurate. You know? And he's going to be in the new Fantastic Four movies. Like, he's only like, they're only 2 years away. You know what I mean? Till we get to see him. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. Cannot wait.
So don't be surprised if you just see a comic where randomly Doom has like an outerversal weapon chilling on his damn dining room table. That's how he moves. That's how gangsters get down. And Doom is notorious for like having just random, especially in the old comics, having random superpowered weapons just laying around. Next, we actually know that Thanos is wary of Doctor Doom, like essentially keeps an eye on Doctor Doom because Doctor Doom is one of the most capable characters in comics. If he wants to mess your life up, he's probably gonna pull it off. So because of that,
Yo, for those of you guys that remember when we did that story time with the Doctor Doom, I believe it was the demon in the iron suit, something like that. What happened with Thanos? Remember what happened with Thanos in that story? No, was it that one or was it? Oh no, remember with the Secret Wars, the Secret Wars 2015. What happened to Thanos?
that even high tier characters like Thanos, who's a goon himself, has to keep an eye on Doctor Doom. One point, about every other decade or a decade or so, Doom's gonna basically become a god. That's like how it is in Marvel Comics now. It's inevitable. Like Doom, his drive, his ability in the mystic arts and science allows him to steal high tier shit and to do high tier shit, and he's been god on a couple occasions. So literally, it's to be expected at this point that we're gonna get a god Doom. Like, he's always striving for godhood because he's a goon, and so you have had multiple storylines where he becomes a god. That's not many characters just do that just because they want to do that. So that's an absurd goon moment in and of itself.
Yo, okay, so check this out. Word on the Marvel streets is that they are gonna bring Thanos back. Like they're bringing a lot of people back, right? Because it's Secret Wars, right? Imagine that in that movie we actually see this scene play out live action. What I would not give. Guys, look at what's about to happen right here, because I know it literally Thanos is coming back. He's coming back in the I believe it's Secret Wars. So if that the Secret Wars do either or, they can actually bring him back in either or. But this happened in Secret Wars. So if they do this, if they bring him back, and they have him face to face with Doctor Doom, and Doom does, I would love to see this live action. Check it out. How they're gonna bring him back? Same way they're bringing everybody back through the multiverse. Black Widow's coming back. We're gonna have Iron Man. Just for the record, just so you guys know, not only are we gonna get Robert Downey Jr.'s coming back as Doctor Doom, we're also gonna get Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Iron Man. You know what I mean? They didn't announce that, but you don't pay somebody over $200 million to just play a bad guy in 2 movies. So I'm sure and it makes sense that you see Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. face off with Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean? So that right there, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be dope. That'll be awesome to watch. So imagine watching this scene right here live action.
At one point, speaking of like god moments, he ran into Thanos, right? Thanos. Let me rephrase that. Thanos ran into him. So Doom was on his goon shit, walking around, talking his shit. He's in god mode. Thanos runs up on him and starts talking shit like, "Shut up, mortal, you're a bitch. I ain't gonna bow down to you." And Doom's like, "Yo, big homie, you got the gauntlet, my guy?" And Thanos was like, "Bitch, I don't need a gauntlet to handle you." And Doom was like, "All right, give me your spine, pussy," and rips his spine out. Straight up tears his spine out. I think what he exactly said was like unfortunate or something. Something mad disrespectful. Basically like, if you ain't got a gauntlet, why the fuck you wasting my time? And tore his spine out, just absolutely humiliating Thanos himself. Next, we have another disrespectful moment. This was when Doctor Doom ended up in Mephisto's realm.
Now they haven't showed Mephisto yet in the MCU, which is kind of weird because they said that they were going to premiere him in that Iron Heart movie, and he was gonna be played by that dude. What's his name? The dude Borat, the guy that plays Borat. So he's supposedly Mephisto, and that we wasn't gonna see Mephisto until Ironheart, which is kind of a weird place to see him in, but you know.
Realm. So usually, when you end up in a Marvel Helllord's realm, that shit's difficult. Like you're gonna have a hard time because they're crazy. Well, this is what happened. He pulls up. Mephisto's like, "Yo, you belong to me now." Doom's response? Punch to the fucking mouth. He's like, "Get out of my face, bitch. I ain't owned by anybody." Doom starts literally mugging Mephisto in his own realm, like physically mauling him and making him like back off. And Mephisto's like, "Oh shit!" Like you just heard the mic muffle as he was getting his ass beat on the mic. It was horrible. Like it was such a disrespectful ass whooping. Like trying to enslave or take like the soul of Doom is like one of the worst ideas you could have, and it's gonna get your ass beat. Ask Mephisto about that shit. Next up, we have his Daredevil trolling shenanigans. So if you didn't know this, at one point Doom dressed up as Daredevil and did Daredevil shit. Why? I think he was just showing off and just proving like he has hands, but like who? Why would he do that? Like that's like Doctor Strange dressing up as like Moon Knight and going around beating people up. Like Doom just does so much unnecessary shit back in the day that it's comedy. But yeah, if y'all didn't know this, Doctor Doom is a legitimate martial artist. Like he really can fight, and he was like proving he could mimic Daredevil. It was hilarious. Next up, we have one of his most badass moments. Goon moment for sure, but it's also badass. So at one point there was a group of mad celestials. I believe it was 4 in total. They pulled up. Richard's daughter needed more time to prep.
Hey, and if you gotta ask how they're gonna bring them back, then you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine. Same way they brought Wolverine, same way they bring everybody back. Everybody's coming back.
She was doing something. I forgot exactly what she was doing, but she was doing something. She needed more prep to basically like salvage the day. And Doom was like, "All right, look, dog, how long you need?" And she was like, "What?" And he was like, "How long you need?"
What are the Celestials? If you want to know more about the Celestials in detail, especially when it comes to the Marvel Universe, you're going to have to watch the Eternals movie. You know what I mean? The Eternals would explain the Celestials much better. But that's basically what they show, you know, that is born from the planets, you know? But once it's born, the planet is destroyed. So that's what they show when the Captain America, the new Captain America 4, that's one of them. But yeah, you gotta watch the Eternals movie, and it'll explain the Celestials because they're in the movie.
"I'll buy you some time." And she was like, "With mad celestials?" And he said, "Yeah, well, how much do you need, dog?" And she was like, I don't know, just buy me time. Bro went out there and started brawling. Just like holding off 4 mad celestials in his Gucci mink coat. He was like, "What's up, bitch? You ain't coming in here." And held them off. That's ridiculous. The absurdity of his magical defenses in that moment when he had to hold it down for the set, like that was ridiculous. And Doom was wilding. Just being able to hold off.
But long story short, the Celestials supposedly are the creators of of everything. You know, supposedly they're the creators.
1 would be crazy, but he held off 4, which is absolutely insane. Next, we have that time he had to explain to Namor why Doom is always on his high tier based shit. Like eats first before everyone, gets the best shit, all that, right? Namor's questioning this, and Doom's like, "Look, no question about it. I'm a man of my people. But you gotta remember, they're my people. That is, I'm the big dog. I do everything around here. I hold it down. I make sure everyone's safe. I make sure we prosper. All that. So guess what? They all know I eat first. I eat the best. I get the best shit because I'm the GOAT." And he was like, "Namor, you used to remember that shit. You used to act like that. You used to be a king like that, but you don't move like that no more. You're not a gangster like that." Oh man, and Namor just like had to put his head down like, damn, I'm really getting bossed up on right now. Yeah, but Doom had to boss up on him. And it was pretty funny to me because obviously it's kind of messed up how, you know, he's saying everyone's inferior to him, but it's funny the way he defends his positions because they're kind of logical, low-key. Next up we have...
Yo, you know what gets me about, like I said, I'm all for it. I love it, right? The whole Doctor Doom coming into the MCU, I love it. Robert Downey Jr., you know what? I love it. I ain't even hating on that. What gets me is that unlike Thanos, and Thanos was a freaking great, awesome villain, right? Man, we had like 10 years to build up to Thanos, right? We only getting 2 movies, right, with Doctor Doom, when you know that he has a shitload of story. Like imagine telling half of these stories in a movie. Like, you know, like he has his own movie first, you know what I mean? And then you have the Avengers, Doomsday, and then, you know what I mean? Like, flush him out a little bit more like they did Thanos, you know what I mean? We're like literally getting him in 2 movies. And I'll tell you another thing. I think that's it. That's it. Like, we're gonna get him into 2 movies, and then that's it. That's gonna reboot after Secret Wars. That's it. That's gonna soft reboot the MCU, right? We're gonna get our MCU characters, the new ones. We're gonna get the new X-Men character, and then we're gonna get a brand new Doctor Doom. Robert Downey Jr. is not gonna be the Doctor Doom when everything resets itself. After Secret Wars, he's not. We're gonna have a Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? To be honest, I would rather it be Cillian Murphy. Like I just said, I love Robert Downey Jr. Like that's cool as hell. But if you're gonna do you're gonna do a new one, it has to be a new Doctor Doom. I think Cillian Murphy will play an awesome Doom. You know, in the new timeline, the new universe. But like I said, Robert Downey Jr. is only gonna be Doctor Doom for these 2 movies. I promise you. And then we're gonna get a brand new Doom with the same cast of Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? So believe that. But there's a lot of story, man, with Doom. There's a lot of story, and we're only gonna get 2 movies.
Him surviving a beef with one of the most dangerous gangs in all of fiction. Yes, I'm talking about the Yancey Street Gang. This dude pulled up to beef with Ben Grimm because he hates Fantastic Four, and like killed a Yancey Street kid. A kid died because of the stuff Doom was doing. And so the gang's like, yo, Ben, we don't give a damn if you're riding up and pulling up on whoever did that shit. We're pulling up. So they pull up. They start scrapping Doom bots with Ben Grimm. So, and then Doom pulls up. And he's like, yo, fuck Yancey Street. And he tries to kill them all. And they manage to escape. But just like the fact that he's willing to beef with kids just to get back at Ben Grimm is crazy. Like, classic Doctor Doom was a wild time. Like, that was just wild days and wild shit. And it was pretty funny to read. By the way, comment down below if you want a Yancey Street Gang goon video. I would be more than happy to do that. Next, we have him. I think this is kind of an underrated moment. Basically, he was scheming on IG Thanos. He's like, yo, run the gauntlet, bitch. I need those gems. I could do a lot of nice things with those. This eventually pisses off Thanos. Thanos blasts him with the gauntlet. And Doom does get some of his suit burned off, but he gets up and he's like, yo, bitch, I'm still gonna rob you eventually. I was like, oh my god. Like, the fact he just tanked the gauntlet and like got up and was pissed and was talking about still robbing the dude that just shot him with the gauntlet, that's pretty goony. And I think it's a pretty slept on Doctor Doom goon moment. Next, we have another disrespectful Doom moment. He pulled up to a conference in which, you know, it's a bunch of... It's hard to call them villains because sometimes they're anti-heroes, but there was villains there. They're doing hood rat shit. Unavoidable. But they don't trust each other, right? So when he arrives, Emma Frost starts trying to read Big Doctor Doom's mind. And he looks over at her and he's like, yo, what are you doing? And she's like, what? And he's like, I know your jobber ass is not trying to mind hacks me. Like, there's no way you're dumb enough to think you possibly qualify to achieve such things. And she, like, it was so... He genuinely seemed offended. She thought that she scaled to him. or that she, like, the audacity of that move by her, that, like, she didn't really know how to respond. Like, it was an intense situation, because Doom's like, you have some nerve trying to step to me. And it was funny, because, like, she is, okay, Emma Frost is a jobber, but she is known for having, like, pretty big moments as a potential mega level mutant. So the fact that he just casually, like, told her to kick rocks was comedy. Next up, we have one of his craziest power moments, and that is his duel with Marquis of Death, and him eventually finishing off Marquis of Death. If you don't know, Marquis of Death was one of the craziest characters we've seen in Marvel Comics. I actually made a video on him, and I think I did him versus Chaos King. Marquis of Death was like a eat casually multiversal threat, and that's why a lot of people compare him to Chaos King. Doom finished him off, right? And then he talked to, I think it was Ben Grimm he was talking to. He was like, anyone that wants to beef with Big Doom wants to deal with death. And when you feel like dealing with that, pull up to Latveria, pussy. And he leaves. He was like, you want the ass whooping? Here's the Addy. Pull up. And, oh my god, it was such a bar. And it just shows how, like, immaculate Dr. Doom's trash talk is in crazy situations. Like, he always knows what to say, and it's comedy. Next, we have...
And that's the thing, though. Imagine out Robert Downey Jr. just talking mad shit, you know what I mean? Oh, man, I can't wait, man. It's going to be real good. He said, can he be in Cillian Murphy? Yeah, man. Especially that the movie, that Batman movie was, it's so old, you know what I mean? Like over, what, like 10, 15 years? But yeah, he could definitely come back now and be Dr. Doom. I think he'll be a good Doom. You know what I mean? Yeah, hey, it's gonna be, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be awesome. And then another thing was that I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping they throw in a little bit of, because we gotta see what's up with Monica Rambeau. You know what I mean? So I hope they throw in a little bit of, you know, like X-Men versus Avengers type of thing. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I want to see, you know, maybe like the airport scene. You know what I mean? In Captain America, that was about 17 minutes. So maybe, I don't know, like a 17-minute, 20-minute scene of just the Avengers fighting the X-Men. You know, something like that. You know, that would be dope. And then they figure out, hey, we're not the threat. There's a bigger threat. And they look up and they see Galactus. They're like, holy shit, you know?
Some of the shit he did as a god, right? Like, you couldn't tell him shit in his god days. He didn't need friends, you know? He was like Orlando Brown with it. He had God.
Yeah. Now I know why he ain't got no family. What? Get the fuck away from here, nigga. I got God!
And, then you see what he does with this power. It's some of the messed up stuff he did. Like, he took an army of Thors. Thor, one of the most respected gods in Marvel Comics. And he made them basically mall cops. They were his mall cops. And then he took Ben Grimm, one of my favorite characters, but this is still funny because of how goony it is, turned him into a wall only Trump could conceive or dream of. And he turned Ben Grimm, one of his biggest ops, into a literal wall. Absolute disrespect to one of his easiest top goon moments. Next, we have the fact that, like, the Hood loves him. This seems to confuse everyone, which in itself makes it goony, is like how crazy Doom is. Beef he always starts with people, the messed up shit he does. Despite all this, his Hood loves him. They ride for Doom.
The TD Cash credit card gives you choices.
Thai? Tacos.
They're like, no, Doom's the man. Like, yeah, sure, we're oppressed, sure, this and that, but we know we don't take L's because we have the GOAT. So it's like that kind of energy. The fact that Doom's not completely hated by everyone, a lot of times it confuses the shit out of people because he's a horrible person. But it makes his adventures comedy, and it makes his status as a ruler and like his place in the verse very interesting. Next, we have one of his funnier like old moments when in classic comics, where he explained how he always kept a spare weapon, a spare plan to save Earth if Doctor Doom is not enough to save it. Because if Doctor Doom can't save it, there's only one person that can. And who is that? Doctor Doom, bitch. He made a second Doctor Doom to be broken out of its container in case they needed an extra Doctor Doom to get
Break glass in case of an emergency.
the job done and save Earth. That's how confident he is in the drip. He's like, yo, the best possible thing if one Doom's not enough is two. So in case of an emergency, break out the other Doom and we'll get the W. Godly moment. Next was when he won a debate with a god. What do I mean by this? This was so disrespectful. Pulls up on Wakanda and hops in VC, hops in Discord with Bass the Panther God and is like, yo, I'll debate you on if I'm the GOAT and if your country should surrender power to me and like all that mystic shit and all the vibranium, all that. Like, I should get it all. And Bass is like, dude, no, like, you're crazy. Get out of here. He's about to hit him with the ban button. Doom wins the debate. Doom convinces Bast that he is the best chance for like Earth to prosper and therefore for Wakanda to prosper. Bast gives him power. Absurd. This led, of course, to controversial moment where Panther renders vibranium useless and all that. Because if y'all didn't know, in comics, vibranium like amps magic. But I wonder if they're gonna do that in MCU with Peter Parker when they showed that magic suit. But that's for another video. Anyways, getting back on topic, this was a crazy moment because literally Bast is supposed to be on the same pantheon as like the Phoenix Horse, so it's pretty crazy. Next, we had
Yo, what to do, crackpot? Yeah, yo, like I said, man, I'm here just listening to this, man, right? And it, like I said, as I'm listening to this, it's just bugging me out, man. Like, it keeps bugging me out, man, how we don't have a lot of stories. Like I said, we build up to Thanos. We seen Thanos. That shit was a build up. Ain't no build up to Doom. That's it. 2 movies. That's it. You're gonna see Doom for the first time at the end credits of the Fantastic Four, right? And then that's it. Then he gets 2 movies and that's it. So there's no build up. You know what I mean? No story, man. They could have done so much shit with Doctor Doom and the MCU. I mean, not to say they still can't. Like I said, this is just going to be the Doctor Doom for this, right now, the multiverse. But after the Secret Wars movie, which also, word on the Marvel streets, might be a Secret Wars Part 1, Secret Wars Part 2. So we might be getting 3 Avengers movies total. Okay? So it would be the Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars Part 1, Avengers Secret Wars Part 2. And then that's it. And then once everything resets itself, that we're going to have whatever characters we have. Robert Downey Jr. is going to be gone as Doctor Doom, but we're still going to have a Doctor Doom. It'll just be a different actor, you know? That's why I said, hey, it should just be Cillian Murphy. He's dope. I mean, there's other actors that are dope. He was just one of the ones that I'm like, man, you know, for a long time, they had announced him, and I was like, man, that would be a good ass pick. So, but man, there's a lot of Doctor Doom stories that they can do. Once we do get them in, they can still do a bunch of stories with them. Like, it's crazy.
had a pretty funny exchange between him and Spider-Man, in which Spider-Man was like talking shit about how Doom had lost with ultimate power before, like a cosmic cube would give you, or an infinity gauntlet. And Doom was like, alright, bet. Next time I get some shit, your ass is getting erased. He was like, yo, Spider-Man, you're annoying, you're getting erased expeditiously. And the fact he did that, and the fact he said that, and the fact I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan was super funny, so I had to throw it on the list. But it was a great exchange. Spider-Man does have good exchange with characters. Next was one of his...
He only gets 2 movies because, shit, for each movie they're paying Robert Downey Jr. like $100 million. Like, at the end of the day, it's going to come out to like $100 million each movie. So that's $200 million. The directors, they're giving them $80 million. So that's $40 million each. So that's expensive. You know what I mean? Like, Robert Downey Jr. is the most highest paid actor in the world. Okay? Highest paid actor in the world. Alright, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. So that's why he only gets 2 movies. After Secret Wars, they end it. You know what I mean? And then they reset the whole thing. So then you have new characters, new Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? So everything falls into one. The X-Men all into one. Avengers all together. Everybody.
Is wild or controversial statements he made. Was it racist? Of course it was. Let's talk about it. Do we cancel Doom after this? You tell me in the comments. So, Doom was arguing with Black Panther, and he was like, you know what? You impressed me, T'Challa, you know? I was always told Africans were superior physical specimens. And Panther goes, Doom, please don't tell me you're about to say, but Africans are dumb. And Doom said, that's exactly what I heard. Yeah.
Hey, fun fact, kind of fucked up though. Some of the comic books, like when I used to read, like back in the day that I used to read, Doctor Doom does have a lot of racist remarks. You know, when it comes to Black Panther, when it comes to Luke Cage, you know what I mean? He's always throwing some racist. He's always talking some racist shit, real shit. He'll always say some shit that's racist, no lie. But these are comic books from back in the days, you know what I'm saying?
Cancel. But then he doesn't stop there though. He goes, but you Wakandans are smart. So you would think like, maybe that was just like a weird kind of like racist, old white guy type vibe comment, like trying to compliment, but it was kind of racist. But he doesn't stop there too. He keeps going again. And he goes, yeah, you Wakandans must be mutants. Like, the only way y'all could be this athletic and smart is if you were a mutant. So you gotta have mutant DNA. No way an African could be like, I was like, oh my, Doom, shut up. Doom, oh man, do we cancel Doom? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, that was a wild ass moment. He has a lot of statements like that, but that was crazy. Next.
I tell you, man, real shit, like, yo, you got, like I said, people back in the day in the comic books, they used to throw some racist shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny when you... I promise you, Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom ain't gonna be saying nothing of that. He ain't gonna be going up to Captain America's Captain America's Black Falcon. The new Captain America, you know what I mean? And say some racist shit to him, you know?
We have him tanking the gauntlet.
I was just saying that. Yeah, but he's not. It was just, you know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be doing that shit. That's bugged out.
As God Emperor Doom, Black Panther got the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a moment in the comic where I personally thought, I was like, oh my god, this is about to be...
It's crazy how then in one scene, like, right, you have like all the Avengers in one scene, right, they're talking, I'm like, yo, this guy is a maniac. This guy is ruthless. Somebody keeps saying, yo, this guy's unstoppable. I'm like, yo, this guy, and then somebody says, this guy is racist. You know, but then the dude that says that gotta be a black guy. It just has to be a black guy that says, yo, this guy's racist.
The moment for Panther, like Panther's about to get the job done and finish him. That's not what happens. Doom tanks it. Absurd moment. It was like a wild ass power flex, and the fact he was just tanking everything at that point, he was like, yeah, get off me, bitch, I survived. It was a crazy, crazy moment. Now, final moment for the video. If you haven't liked it at this point, please hit the like button. Love y'all so much, but let's talk about it because it's one of my favorites. Because he was talking to, I think it was Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always saying dumb shit. Spider-Man goes, yo, he was debating somebody. He goes, yo, on this topic, my homie over there can speak to us. Yo, Vic, fill in, like, let him know the vibes. And Doom looks back at him and he goes, Spider-Man, I need you to understand that we keep a horrible, horrible torture chamber type place for people that use my government name and refer to me like that in the street, bitch. Don't ever call me Vic again. He's like, and it showed. He has a torture chamber specifically for people that call him by his real name. He don't like that shit. Don't do that shit. Call him by his street name, Doom, bitch. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this Goon video. 450 likes. I'll do a part 2 to Dr. Doom's Goon moments, because he has a countless amount of them throughout Marvel Comics. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think Doom is one of the goats of the goons in comic books in general? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please support by reaching out either through Patreon, my YouTube memberships that are updated, or CashApp and PayPal. If you can, that would be amazing. If you can't,
trust me, we're still going. He combined all of the videos together, so right now we're gooning. We gooning, we dooming.
show love with the likes and subscriptions. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy YFV, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. The fans have spoken. We are back for part 3 of Dr. Doom being the biggest goon in comics. Let's get this out the way. Doom fans, if y'all want a part 4, and I think if we reach 5 parts, I'll literally take everything and turn it into like a complete series movie for you guys, just so you have it all together.
So just so you guys know, he already did the whole series. Everything's already combined. You know what I mean? So this was before he would just do them individually. Then at the end, once he was done, he just combined them all. We got the whole thing combined, baby. Yo, comment below. That was really good. That was real good. And yo, shouts out to you guys that be sending me the link. Once again, heroesandvillains@gmail.com, or you can send me something at the Heroes and Villains Collectibles Discord. So I did get the links so we got some other Wolverine videos coming at some point. You know what I mean? What is it? Some more freaking Dr. Doom reaction videos that I wanted to check out as well. So trust me, we got more videos coming within the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that.
But if we hit 1,000 likes, I'll drop a part 4. Because y'all are getting ridiculous with the like goals. Like, Doom fans are just killing the game right now. But anyways, if you don't know what we're doing, we are going to analyze some of the funniest Doom moments ever. And if you want to see your favorite character featured on the Goon series, check out in the video description how to do so, as well as check out all the ways you can support. And
guys, make sure you guys check him out, subscribe to him, like you guys see, and you know he's real funny, you know what I mean, with his commentary. So, but yeah, and he knows his stuff, you know what I mean.
And join the public Discord if you have the chance to do so. But anyways, I don't want to waste too much time. This is part 3 of Doom being a goon. Without further ado, let's begin. Part 1. The time Doom reminded us that no matter how tough shit gets, he ain't begging for shit. So the Cabal miscalculated the handling of Sentry and the Void. Shit happens. So Void pops out, right? Doom's confronting Void, and Void's talking shit, and Doom goes, "Yo, homie, do you think I'm gonna beg?" And Void's like, "Yo, I'm the dark child of whatever," a bunch of bullshit, gassing is scaling up, and he's like, "Doom, it would be correct for you to beg if you want to live." And Doom looks at him and goes, "Bitch, Doom does not beg." And he was like, "I'd rather fucking die than like beg your bitch ass." So he literally starts getting blasted, but it was just funny because he's like, "Nah, I ain't begging to your hoe ass," and just keeps it moving. Next, the cost of being a real one. So, of course, if y'all didn't know, Dr. Doom's mom's soul's been in jeopardy for ages because she was a sorceress, always doing wild shit, right? Well,
yeah, Dr. Doom, his mom is in hell, and then, whatchamacallit, she's been in hell, and then, the devil, what's his name? Mephisto. He be having. Oh, he was for his whole life, for Victor Von Doom's whole life. He would have like bad dreams, nightmares, and all that. But that was Mephisto's doing. Until when he built his suit and the mask and all that stuff, then it kind of blocked out everything, even Mephisto from giving him nightmares and stuff. But for years and years, Mephisto would like torment him in the dreams, and his mom is being in hell, and then he's like, oh, he always said he was gonna get his mom out of hell. So
Doom's been trying to find a way to free her soul for ages, and he could have taken the easy way out. What's the easy way out? Just consulting Doctor Strange. I mean, who doesn't do that? It's very reasonable. Doctor Strange is one of the goats of magic. And he brings this up to Doom when eventually he finds out about the predicament. And he's like, Doom, why didn't you just bring this to me? Instead of doing all this wild shit you're doing, you could have just come for help and I could have helped you solve this. And Doom goes, bitch, I don't beg. I don't ask for help from people like you. Stop. Like, that's beneath Doom. And Strange was like, I mean, okay. And Doom's like, you wouldn't understand, bitch. Cost of being a real one. But yeah, the boy's not going to ask for help if he can avoid it at all costs. Next up, okay, so you guys seem to love the interactions between Magneto and Doom in these series, so I brought a couple more for you. This is the time Doom caught Magneto lacking at the stoplight and forced Magneto to literally bend down and beg at the feet of Doom. Like, he had no choice. So literally filled the air.
you would think that Magneto would have the upper hand, seeing how Doctor Doom is basically made of metal.
With like some kind of nanobot technology, got inside Magneto and forced him to beg. And Doom was like, "Look at your bitch ass." Forced the beg, and Magneto was pissed. But yeah, their squabbles throughout comics are funny as shit to me. Next, we have the time Doom had a freak out of epic proportions because someone had the audacity to BFR him in Latveria. So if you don't know, not many people pull up on Doctor Doom in his own hood. Like, that's just absurd. And someone BFRs him one time, and when Doom appears again, he starts destroying everything around him. Like, all the goons surrounding him instantly die when Doom realizes what happened. And Doom's like, yo, all the worst men in history know better than to touch Doom when he's in his fucking throne. Gods know better than to touch Doom when he's in his throne. Whose bitch ass touched me in Latveria? And he's like looking around just waiting to fade whoever did it. Yeah, don't BFR Doom from his own realm. He does not like that shit, and it's likely going to get a lot of people killed. Next, the time he body snatched Johnny Storm, and so it was basically like a body swap. He had to get into Storm's body. I forgot what he was doing, but he was basically saying if he carried the body of Doom during this task with all his like magic ability and stuff, it would potentially cost him, it would put the mission in jeopardy. So he body swapped.
Tell you, man, so many stories, man. So many stories they can do. Like I said, at the end of the day, because this ain't stopping. Like I said, all they're gonna do is reboot the whole Marvel universe, but they're gonna be introducing new shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just hope that. And remember, now we're gonna reboot it. We're gonna have the Fantastic Four. We're gonna have Doctor Doom. So I just hope that now with Doom they give us some good ass stories. That would be dope. That would be dope. So
swaps with Johnny Storm, and when he does it, he's like, "Yo, Johnny, enjoy being a real man, bitch." And like, yo, I'm using your body. You're in mine for now. Enjoy actually being a man for a little bit. And it was pretty funny because it was mad disrespectful. Next up, we have the time Doom basically explains that, like,
ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joe!
Fate and what Doctor Doom is trying to do is basically the same shit. So he was like pulling up on Blade, and he needed Blade to do some shit, right? He's like, Blade, you're working for me right now, pussy. And Blade's like, shut up, I don't want to work for you. And Doom was like, look, bro, you're fated to work for me. Why? Because if Doom wants some shit done, you're getting that shit done. There's no such thing as like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. Doom's like, no, pussy, you work for me. And BFRs him. Just time displace him. He's like, no, you work for me. I'm definitely BFRing you to where I need you to put in work. And that's exactly what he does. This next moment kind of gives me a chance to remind the people that Doom and Valeria Richards have some of the most like goated interactions in fiction, because while she is the daughter of Reed, she has a lot of thug life tendencies she gets from Uncle Doom. And one of these funny moments was, we're looking at Doom talking to Valeria as he's trapped Loki, right? He's like, yo, we got Loki trapped in the state of instance, which is like basically so caught in a moment prison that it's not even a moment. Therefore, Loki.
Valeria is actually the daughter of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. He has Valeria and he has Franklin.
These hacks and tricks and stories and stuff aren't effective with it. It's like it's a moment of nothing. And Valeria's looking at all this, and Doom's like, yo, we're gonna get this handled, you take care of this, all that. And Valeria goes, yo, Uncle Doom, I have a request. And he's like, what? And she's like, after this shit, can we get some ice cream, dog? And he goes, Doom will consider this request. So like, with context, there's a bunch of bodies around them. They caught Loki, they have him in this fucked up prison, and they're debating getting ice cream. Godly Doom moment. Next, let's talk about the...
Also, speaking of Loki, you know Loki's coming back. Do you know that once that timeline is completely broken, Loki's coming back, which is cool because we can finally see him reunite with Thor and they can have a good ending. So that'll be awesome. Even though there is also a Thor 5 movie, but I think Thor 5 is going to happen after. So like I said, that's the thing though, when they reboot everything, there's some characters they're gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, that are still gonna be playing the characters that we know. So when Thor 5 happens, it's gonna happen after the after Secret Wars. So boom, we have Thor 5, which is Thor versus Hercules. Hercules!
way he actually named Valeria. So, if you didn't know this, Valeria was not supposed to survive. In fact, it was like a group of geniuses that came together, and they couldn't figure out how to save Valeria from her impending death. It was horrible. So, being a good mother, Sue runs into Doom, right? And Doom goes, yo, I don't know if you know this, but I'm Steph Curry with the baby saving. But here's the deal, right? I ain't saving your bitch ass baby unless you read my terms and conditions. What was his terms and conditions? He gets to name the baby. Disrespectful. Doom saves her. Doom was the only one that could save her. So when he did, Reed was like, thanks for saving her or whatnot. And Doom's like, yeah, super dope. Guess what? I'm naming your baby, bitch. And he was like, no, you're not. And Sue goes, I did agree to those terms. And he was tight, but Doom was like, yeah, that's the baby I named, Valeria. Shout out to Valeria. Guess what? She's going to rock with Uncle Doom because I'm the GOAT. But yeah, just named your baby, Reed. Ain't shit you could do about it, dog. And leaves. Yeah, it's just, I would have been pissed if I was Reed. I was like, bro, you're not going to come in here and name my baby. But that's exactly what Doom did. Next.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine that shit though, man. That's some gangster shit. Somebody come in and be like, yeah, I'm naming your baby. I'm like, what? So he gave her that name, Valeria.
Let's talk about, you guys love running off on the plug moments for Doom. Here's another one. This one, in specifics, takes place against Count Nefaria. Count Nefaria pulls up on Doom, right? Starts blasting him. And Doom's like, bro, you're like B-list at best. You don't scale to me. You don't have the clout to pull up on me. Cut that shit out. Starts absorbing his power. Matter of fact, takes all that shit. Reduces Nefaria to like an old ass man state. And is like, Don't ever run up on me again, bitch. I snatched your power. I'll do it again. Don't try my shit again. And just leaves it. Next, we have the time Panther got a really shitty scouting report, and it got him, like, fucked up. So, he was operating under the assumption that Doom's suit operates from an external power source. So, he shuts it down, right? He's like, yo, Doom, got your bitch ass. I'm about to beat your ass because you can't move. And Doom looks back and it's like, bro, who gave you that shitty ass scouting report? And swings. And then, like, he's beating up Panther. He's like, stupid bitch. That's not how my suit works. You can't outthink me. And then, like, he's choking him and he's just telling him how goofy he is for trying to get the drop on Doom. Oh, it was funny as shit. But yeah, like, he was really beating Black Panther's ass for just thinking he could get the drop on him. Next is a massive bitch you guessed it moment with Doom and one of his ops, Kid Immortus. So Kid Immortus was like, yo.
The Watcher. Yo, man, I've been wanting to do, and I tried to put him up there next to Galactic, but I've been wanting to do the unboxing to that Watcher that I got. I've had for, like, I don't even know how many years from Marvel Select. So it's the Watcher. But I gotta do an unboxing to that one. To put them right there up top, right next to Galactus, right there.
Oh, I control all of time. I control all of dimensionality. All these concepts. What I'm gonna do is merge your form with Annihilus and take over Doom. And Doom's hearing this description. He's like, oh yeah, outer-versal shit. Pretty dope, right? He goes, yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Your speech was cool. But how the fuck did all that make you think you could take over Doom, pussy? And when he tries to take over Doom, he literally gets one shot and, like, crippled. And Doom's like, bro, nobody takes over Doom. Like, you're definitely wilding for assuming that was ever going to be a thing. And just cripples the dude with just willpower alone and resisting it. It was hilarious. Next, we just got to talk about and celebrate the fact that when it comes to running off on the plug, Doom has to be considered one of the best. In fact, there was one time when running off on the plug that T'Challa, Black Panther, who, by the way, Wakandans and Panther have some of the best tech. And
technically, that's why they leave also the best for last. Like, if you're gonna end the movie with the Secret Wars, I mean, you want to bring in Doctor Doom, you know what I mean? You gotta end it with a good ass villain, you know what I mean? So you're gonna leave the best for last, you know?
And searching devices in the multiverse. Them, along with Reed Richards, one of the best intellects in the multiverse, can't find Doom. That's right. He ran off on the plug and there wasn't shit they could do about it. They were pissed. They're like, we can't find him. Fuck. But yeah, if he don't want to be found, he's not going to be found. Next, we got to talk about when he dropped bars on Ghost Rider, right? So.
Oh yeah, I read this one. This was pretty good. Ghost Rider, you know what I mean? Yo, can't wait to have Ghost Rider in the MCU, baby. Yeah. And just so you guys know, if you didn't know, we're gonna get the Midnight Suns. Ghost Rider. Hopefully Doctor Strange will be in there. Moon Knight. Blade. Werewolf by Night. So, yeah. It's gonna be good, baby.
Ghost Rider Danny Ketch was being, like, possessed at the time, I think, and really driven by the spirit of vengeance within him. And so this spirit drove him to assault Dr. Doom. And Dr. Doom goes, bro, you don't scale, bitch. Throws a hook in the traffic, just a hook in the clutch, right? Knocks out crazed spirit of vengeance or whatever. Like, it, who cares if I misspoke? Like, it jobber status, gets knocked out from one hook, a check hook from Doom, knocks his bitch ass out, and Doom's like, yeah, bitch, don't ever run up again. Very disrespectful. I'm always here for Ghost Rider disrespect moments. They're pretty funny to me. Next, we have the time Doom had a meltdown when he was compared to Magneto. Obviously, we're here for the Doom slandering Magneto moments. Doom gets compared to Magneto and just loses his shit. He grabs his servant. He's like choking him. He was like, I am the greatest thing in mankind. I am the goat of creation. Don't you ever fucking compare me to a metal guy, a metal bending dude that beats with a dude in a wheelchair. That's not me. You know the vibes. Cut that lame shit out. And his servant's like, yo, you're hurting me. You might kill me. He's like, yeah, fuck off. Go to bed, bro. Like, shut up. You just get away with that goofy shit. Don't ever compare me to Magneto again. Oh, man. Just him being so disrespected from the comparison was funny as shit to me. Next, the time, another Valeria Doom interaction. Godly one, of course. This was a time when...
But you see, guys, stories of where they can, like I said, with the new Doom, right? What's gonna happen now? Like I said, we're gonna have Robert Downey Jr. It's gonna be good. So they're gonna get straight into the point with this. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna really get a lot of story when it comes to, you know, fleshing out the character. I'm sure we're definitely gonna get a backstory. You know what I mean? We gotta get a backstory, like his origin. And that's another thing too. We might not even get an origin because we might get the origin like when everything resets or something, if they even want to do that, and not even, because we're not gonna get an origin for the Fantastic Four. They're already gonna be the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, Robert Downey Jr. is only gonna be for these two movies. I'm sure we're gonna have a brand new Doctor Doom and everything resets, but you know, I don't know. They can go, like I said, they can actually do, well, I guess, like I said, Doomsday, you could technically say that's Doctor Doom's own movie, but I don't know.
Doom reminds us how fucking funny he was with his perspective of being, right? So he's talking to Valeria, and he's like, look, Valeria, you do know, like, literally at one point, I was a god? And she was like, and how was that? Like, you know, you're bringing that up. Like, was it goated? Like, how was it? And he was like, I found it beneath me. Like, he found godhood to be boring for someone like him. And, like, it's funny because you can interpret it as, like, the power bored him, or just out of all the bullshit he's done throughout time, that's just not one of the most amazing things he's done. Which is valid. He has a lot of goon moments. Next, we have the time he put... I think it was Phoenix Rachel. He put her in an endless mental loop, right? So he's beefing with her. There's a bunch of people there. And she, like, gets stuck, right? Like, mentally stuck. And they're like, what's going on? Doom's like, yo, I put her in a mental endless loop and made her think she's constantly beating me. And it was funny because I think it was Captain Britain. He's like, Doom, are you saying, like, you actually, like, read her mental scans and instantly projected all this? He's like, are you saying we shouldn't doubt you could do this? And Doom just looks at him and goes, no doubt, pussy. And just, like, stares at him like, yeah, I did that shit. What y'all gonna do about it? Oh, man. It was disrespectful in a godly moment. Next, the time he casually picks up the Soul Sword and starts sliding on Ops. Now, this is crazy because picking up this sword's no easy feat. In fact, you're supposed to be a high-tier magic user to do such. And it's a really difficult thing to do regardless, right? Well, Doom just picks it up, right? And starts swinging, killing shit instantly. And the chick he's with is like, yo, Doom, how are you doing that? And he was like, I told you, I dabble in the mystic arts. And she is talking shit. And he looks back while killing a bunch of shit. And he's like, look, I'm the one saving your bitch ass right now. So just like I dabble in mystic arts, you should dabble in shutting the fuck up. And obviously he didn't say shut the fuck up, but if you read the scan, like, that's literally the energy he gave when he told her to dabble in being quiet. Oh my, it was godly. Next, we have the time we saw how good of a thief he is with magic. This was funny as shit. So while it might not seem as funny as at first, just knowing all the shit he does over the years, it's hilarious. So Doom, when he pulls up on mystic sorcerers and magic users of that type, he has ways and scanners and sensors to instantly search them, read the shit they do, their abilities, and rob them of their shit. So he instantly has like a robbing.
Yeah, yeah. In the comic books also, Doctor Doom has a history of robbing people. Yeah. He'll just run up on you and take your shit.
Sensor to know if you're worth running off on. And he'll do that shit if you are, obviously. Peep the history. He's down for that shit. Next, we have the time when he killed a lion while butt-ass naked. That's right. We already know, we've been known, Doom has hands. I've shown y'all plenty of proof by now. However, there was a time when he fought a lion just butt-ass naked. This lion was big as shit too, and he's like, yo, if I had my regular shit on, obviously, I'd one-shot this bitch. But since I don't, and I'm out here ass naked, we just gotta throw hands. And he's like doing somersault over the lion and just rocking his shit. Eventually killing him with a fatal precision strike, but just seeing Doom get like sauce in this bitch while literally not wearing anything was funny as shit, because he's acting like it's normal, but like, bro, you're fighting a lion naked. That shit's not normal. Finally, final moment of the video. If you guys have enjoyed the ride so far, make sure to smash the like button. But this moment, of course, is the time he made the Kmart version of the Power Cosmic. This shit was just funny to me because he's always copying shit and stealing shit. So, ran into Terrax, right? Terrax, being a cosmic jobber, still has some of the Power Cosmic. Doom takes a little...
We are the pioneers of American Wagyu. Almost 30 years ago, we bred our first Wagyu bull with our best cattle.
A little bit of this. And basically...
Like I said, hearing some of these comics, you know what I mean, bring me back to some of the comic books that I used to read. And then, and like I said, some of these comic books that I used to read I used to read them when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I was actually going through my collection of comic books, and I was like, damn, out of all these comic books, almost like about 3,000 something comic books, I'm like, I don't own not one Doctor Doom comic. You know, I got like Iron Man, the comic books, Hulk comic books, you know, but actual Doctor Doom comics from back in the days, not one.
He's like, yo, I'm dropping my own dubstep remix to Power Cosmic, fuck it. And makes his own form of the Power Cosmic by literally just sampling a bit of Terrax. Obviously, it didn't do that much. It was supposed to be something that would lead to destruction of the Fantastic Four, but being that the Power Cosmic users typically job, and Terrax is no exception, the remix was not that great. Didn't end up really bringing anything about, but the fact that he made a Kmart Power Cosmic out of Jobber Power Cosmic from Terrax was funny as shit to me. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Tell me, what has been your favorite moment so far in the Goon series for Doctor Doom? And if the Doom fans help run this up to 1,000 likes, which moment do you want to see in the next one, in part 4? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy, YFE. Make sure...
We gooning. Hey, like I said, you know, we keep going because he has all of this already combined together. But yo, make sure you guys check him out. Make sure that way they don't know your boy LC. Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Yeah, man, I like him, man. The dude is real funny when it comes to the commentary, bro.
Be sure to check out all the links in the video description. And if you want to have a Goon video made for your favorite character, add me on Discord, or just go ahead and send the donation via Cash App with the name of the character and the verse they're from, and I'll make it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy YFE, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. What's up, everybody? Real quick, shout out to my lawyer, GB. Was his birthday recently. He also cheated to answer the question to the 4 videos for today. So shout out to him. Big W's and happy birthdays in the chat to him, as well as in the comments. And real quick, if you love the beef series, which is what we're about to do, run the likes up on this video. Get it to like 500 or 600 likes.
What's gooning? A goon, and that's like, you know, like a goon, you know, somebody all hard. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tough, somebody badass. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like you see Dr. Doom. You see all these stories, you know? That's a straight goon right there.
And I'll make a part 2, or I'll cover a different beef related to this, as well as if you want to see any of the scans from the beef series, just join my public Discord. Absolutely free. But anyways, getting back to the video, this is Dr. Doom versus Yancey Street. One of the most epic beefs I've ever read in comics. It's hilarious, and of course, Dr. Doom's an icon in this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and make this video. Again, if you didn't know, the Beef series is a series where I cover a beef between character or characters in a story arc, and go over the epic nature of the story, and go over who I think wins at the end. With that, I hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't subscribed, do so already. Without further ado, let's begin.
Alright, baby, we're about to see some versus battles up in here. Some versus. Let's see who's first.
Alright, this story in Beef takes place in Fantastic Four 361, a Christmas special, one of the best comics ever. And it starts out the story with called The Miracle on Yancey Street, and we see Ben Grimm being put in a device.
You know what? I was looking for Dr. Doom comic books, right? I'm like, I don't have any Dr. Doom comic books, but I know I got Fantastic Four comics.
This massive like clamp on his arm. We find out that this Christmas Eve he's dealing with a broken arm, and Reed Richards is actually observing Ben Grimm to make sure that his new anatomy, which of course, you know, changed from the space incident, he's got to make sure that the bones reset properly and all that. And then Ben Grimm is put into a cast, and we see Ben's like, dude, this is bullshit to have to deal with on Christmas Eve. And then we see this random guy show up in the lobby of the Baxter building. He's mad nervous. He's like, yo, he's talking to himself. He's like, I don't know if you'll remember me. All this, and we get the sense that he's nervous about what's going on. This is when, at this point, the receptionist goes, yo, Ben, you got someone looking to talk to you. And Ben's like, dude, damn that. Tell him to kiss my ass. My arm's broken. It's Christmas Eve. This is bullshit. I just want to go home. And she's like, oh, well, he said he knows you from your childhood. And Ben's like, oh, really? Because, you know, Yancey Street for life, bitch. And she goes, yeah, Slugkowski. He goes, oh, shit. Slugger's here. Goes and daps up his homie. W in the chat for childhood lore. Things like this. I love this in comics when characters just get the little things in their background that really flesh out their character. And this is one of those things for Ben Grimm that makes him amazing. See Slugkowski, he's like, yo, Slugger, what's good, my boy? Daps him up. He's like, bro, Yancey for life, all this. Let's go get a beer. They go get a beer, turn up, they're happy, right? And this is when eventually it leads to Slugger going, yo, Ben, I'm going to be honest. My son Jimmy fell to the streets. And Ben's like, that's cool, bro. You know, we weren't perfect in our childhood. And he's like, I know that, but Jimmy, like, really fell into drugs, I think, and shit like that. And he's disappeared in the streets. I don't know where he is. I just want my son back. Ben Grimm's like, damn, bro, like, that sucks. And Slugger's like, yo, for the one time, can you rescue my son, bro? Like, you're a hero to all the kids from Yancey Street because you're the one that symbolizes making it out the hood. Like, we love you, all that. Just, can you bring my son back? And Ben Grimm's like, fuck it, I'll do what I can. It then pans over to us seeing what happened to little Jimmy. Jimmy was making a move. He saw he was being followed by some strange disguised men and was like, damn, narcs. Ducks into an alley, runs into both of them, gets taken. This was witnessed by a character that will be talked about in a little bit. Story leaves from here and pans over to Johnny Storm in the Baxter building. If you didn't know, Johnny Storm did at one point have a thing with Alicia, even was married to her. But that was like an alien version of her. It's really fucking complicated. But long story short, him and Alicia aren't together. And so
I actually have some Fantastic Four comic books. I knew I had. From Volume 1, from 1986. I got like 36 of them. And then I have 4 of the Fantastic Four versus the X-Men. That would be a dope thing to watch on screen also. That's from 1986. I got all 4 copies of those. So I do have some Fantastic Four comics.
He's kind of coping with this. He's sad. And he stumbles upon little Franklin Richards. W in the live chat for Franklin Richard fans. He makes an appearance. He's trying to carry a bag of decorations. Johnny's like, what are you doing? He's like, bro, I'm trying to decorate this place. And Johnny's like, why? He's like, because it's sad as hell, bitch. He's like, yo, my uncle's arm is broken. You know, Uncle Ben's arm is broken. My parents are sad and confused. You just lost your girl. Like, it's real dim around here. We need to cheer up. And Johnny was like, you know what? Facts, Big Frankie. I'm going to help you out. Gives him a hug. And it's, you know, it's a nice little piece of the story. Next, we go to pan over to Ben, right? Ben Grimm is in the hood. He's in the trenches back on Yancey Street, looking to recover his homie's son, Jimmy. As Ben's walking, he's like, damn, I haven't been here in a minute. You know, it's just crazy, all the work I used to put in, all that. Suddenly gets hit by a snowball. And he sees this kid go, yo, fuck you, Ben Grimm. You're a bitch. No one wants you around here. Yancey gang for life. And Ben Grimm's like, oh my god, I can't believe this shithead gang is back. And he proceeds to take off after the Yancey Street gang kid that just struck him. When he makes it to the alley, he slips and falls and immediately starts getting clowned in this really intricate fashion by a kid that's soon introduced as Dictionary Dawson. So I'm going to go ahead and break down this generation of the members of the Yancey Street gang, because this was a new version of the gang to Ben Grimm as well. So Dictionary Dawson is a black kid with a high top fade, usually wears the green coat, and he drops straight intricate bars, dog. It's hilarious. He was like, I do believe you are sloppy and you lack the type of balance to, you know, make it this far. Like, he just talks in a fancy way that drives Ben Grimm nuts. And he calls him like a walking thesaurus, all that, but his nickname is Dictionary Dawson. We then have Smooth Manny. Smooth Manny is known for like breaking locks and stuff. Smooth also dresses like Michael Jackson, low-key. He's hella swaggy with it. We have Two-Fisted Tommy Boyd, who will ride for a homicide. That's the child. I think it's actually a girl. If not, it's a young boy. It's kind of hard to tell. And Thing does call Two-Fist a lady, so, you know, probably is a girl. And it's the one that threw the snowball at Ben Grimm. So we know that she's about it. Then we have Lug, who can basically steal any car and says, like, if you need a getaway vehicle, he's the man. We have Big Dog Larry Lee, who is the big kid for the group. Basically the muscle if something goes down. And lastly, we have Rhythm, right? Rhythm.
All those kids are mutants. Basically, they're all mutants.
Doesn't really talk. And was the witness to Jimmy getting snatched, because Ben Grimm goes, yo, I just want information on this kid named Jimmy, and he noticed them get a little uncomfortable, and he's like, what do y'all know? And they're like, yo, Rhythm saw Jimmy get snatched. We're actually about to go slide on whatever bitches took him. Like, they're done with. And he was like, wait, how do we know Rhythm knows that? Like, how do we know Ben Grimm basically accuses Rhythm of being retarded, right? He's like, you, that's what you are. He said, I forget the way he phrased it, like, several screws short of something. It was weird. It was like some old timer ways, but you know, they were pretty brutal back in the day for Marvel. Wouldn't be said in the current time, but they're like, yo, relax. There's nothing, you know, he's not special needs or anything. He's not autistic or anything like that. He literally just took like this weird, basically semi-vow of silence ever since, you know, what happened to the tragedy with his sister. And Ben Grimm's like, oh shit, he's not special needs, he's not, you know, a few whatever, his sister died. And they're like, nah, his sister became a cop. They're like, yo, he's so shamed by her becoming a cop that he's taking a semi-vow of silence. And Thing realizes at that point he's dealing with straight real ones. And they're like, yo, we're going to slide on them. And he's like, what about me? And they're like, yo, you can keep up if you think you can, but we're getting our shit and we're sliding. So they pull off, right? And they're going to go fight whoever took Jimmy. When they arrive to the spot, Dictionary Dawson's like, oh shit, I do believe we have arrived at the destination we previously discussed and extrapolated upon our mission. I think, you know, at this current juncture, we should make moves. He's saying crazy shit, right? And Ben's like, dude, shut your mouth. Like, I don't know why you're so smart. Literally for no reason. I don't know. Why are you in a gang if you're that smart? And then he's like, all right, kids, y'all stay here. I need to go do my superhero shit and get the kid back. And that's when we see Lug go, like, dude, kiss our ass. Like, we're a gang. Like, we're going to get our boy back. We don't care what you do. And at that point, Larry Lee's like, yo, this is our neighborhood. Don't get it twisted. We slide regardless. And Ben's like, damn, I respect that. And then Smooth Manny quickly hits the lock and is like, yeah, I can easily finesse this. Quickly undoes it. And they break in to the location, right? At this point, we see they got in. It's some kind of lab. The strangers that took Jimmy confront them. They start brawling. No questions asked, right? They're like, yeah, this shit's about to go down. But Ben Grimm gets hit first. And Two-Fist Tommy's like, yo, why did you let yourself get hit first? And he's like, I like my ops to swing first because when they swing first, I can see what they're made of, and this dude don't hit hard enough, bitch. And he swings back, folds the stranger. Turns out to be a robot. He's like, oh shit, we're fighting robots. The kids don't care. They're scrapping these robots anyway, as we realize they're Doombots. As they're
Doombot, yo, this is a good story, yo. That was funny. Yeah, so Doombots are like what Iron Man made. Iron Man, remember when he made those Iron Man, a bunch of those Iron Man and stuff to protect and shit. So, that's basically what that is. But Dr. Doom making them, they're called Doombots. They're robots.
brawling with them. We see this kid is in another location.
I never read this story. That's why, like, as I'm reading, I'm like, as he's reading it out, I'm like really into it. Like, it's really...
Strapped to a table, and it's obviously Jimmy. He's yelling for help, and someone's saying, "Nah, bitch, no one's gonna help you." And as they finish off the bots, Lug says the shit they were dealing with is like OD. He's like, "Yo, whoever made these robots is tripping because they're way too sophisticated for the hood." Like, I don't know, I don't know why the hood's dealing with this. And sorry, hairball. Ben Grimm's like, yeah, this is definitely a sign of trouble. Like, this shit's rough.
Yo, let me know in the chat, those watching now, those watching later, if you guys think we are going to see some Doom bots in either Avengers, Doomsday, or Secret Wars. You know what I mean? But just some Doom bots. Let me know if you think so.
Tommy is accused at that point by Dictionary Dawson, who's like, based on the current data we have measured and discussed, you are most likely a fan of Ben Grimm now. And Tommy's like, yo, kiss my ass. I'm not a Ben Grimm fan. He's still an op, all that. But it's clear Ben's getting their respect for the work he's putting in right now. And then, again, the group is confused as to who they're possibly dealing with, who they're beefing with. And at this point, we see Manny go, yo, like, who would even pay for this? Like, this is expensive as shit for someone to do in the hood. And that's when Ben Grimm gets blasted and shot. Hit the like button if you haven't already. It's getting crazy as we see the person who shot him is none other than Dr. Doom. Doom's like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all are straight up peasants, and I'm about to smoke Yancey packs, bitch. And the beef is real. As Grimm gets up, he's like, yo, kids, y'all gotta get out of here. And the kids are like, damn that. Lug's like, yo, why would we leave you? Like, we're not gonna leave you behind. That shit is crazy. No, actually, it wasn't Lug.
I'm very excited for everybody to see this movie. I think it's so cute.
A movie that inspires them to dig.
It was Manny that said it. He's like, yeah, we can't leave you behind.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I never read this one. Never read this one. Some of the other ones that we've seen, I've already read before, which take me back. And that's what I like about it, man. You know what I mean? I like about checking out these guys. You know, you see videos or stories that you never got to read.
And that's when we see little two-fisted Tommy. It's a legendary line. Go, our colors don't run. Keep in mind, these are literal children with no powers willingly beefing with Dr. Doom for their respect on the block. They don't run from shit. That is W's in the chat. That's crazy. Like, who? No one steps harder than the Yancey Street Gang. I'm sorry, that's crazy. And they elect to stay there for the beef as Ben asks Doom why he's there. What's he doing with, like, the drug business and all that? And Doom's like, don't accuse me of being involved with such peasant activities, like selling drugs. Like, that's poor people shit.
Yo, that was crazy this whole time. I thought these street kids were mutants. They weren't. You know what I mean? They just had those skills of breaking into cars and shit. But I thought that they didn't have any. I thought they had powers. He said they didn't have powers.
I don't sell drugs. I run a fucking country. Like, that's ridiculous.
Unless you're a mutant with no powers. But how are you a mutant and don't have powers? You know what I mean? Claire says, do you still read a lot of comics? Well, to be honest, I started catching back up on it. You know what I mean? Especially like doing these videos with the whole comic book stuff and myself just trying to catch up. And to be honest, jumping back into comics, like seeing how every once in a while I just go ahead and reach over and pick up a comic book. You know what I mean? Like, boom, right here. You know what I mean? Right here. Oh. So, you know, it'll be easy. So, yes, because I have them, because of the way I have everything set up now, you know, it's easy access for me to just reach into my comic books, check them out if I want to read some. You know, give you a for instance, you got the Punisher. So number 1, and you have Moon Knight. So, but you know what? I don't know. Like I said, I have too many comic books, over like 3,000 certain comics. But I might just set it. I don't know. I might just, you know, every once in a while switch it up. You know, I try to find the best ones to put up. But it's a lot of comic books. You know what I mean? So.
And he's like, that is so beneath me. And he pulls the Glock out and starts blasting.
So yeah, somebody like me that has over 3,000 comics, I mean, yeah, I mean, I should read at least 1 or 2, right?
Away at Ben. This shootout is interrupted by Larry Lee. Big Larry picks up some scrap metal, hits Doom with it, and knocks the gun away and says, yo, he might be a bitch, but that's our bitch. You don't shoot at Ben Grimm. You're beefing with the gang now. And Doom turns around and is like, oh my god, I can't believe kids are really pulling up on me. And this is when we see Doom go, fuck them kids. And he's like, you think I need the Glock to battle? I was just doing that to troll. I don't need it when I'm power incarnate. Starts blasting away at the children. Oh no, the kids are in jeopardy. Doom doesn't give a shit. And luckily, these kids know how to get out the way and run off on the plug. They get out of the way of danger, and they manage to not take any damage. And we see, as they scramble away, Doom's like, yeah, bitch, like, y'all are lucky you're kids, and I don't really beef with kids, because I could have used my full power and taken you out. Ben pulls up on Doom and is like, yo, fight someone that's on your power level. Doom's like, how am I going to do that right now? I don't see anyone that's on my level, bitch. And the two start brawling. The brawl, unfortunately for Ben Grimm, does not go his way, as Doom does take the advantage. Keep in mind, though, Ben is dealing with the broken arm. So it's basically one limbed versus prepped Doom. And we find out what Doom was doing. Doom is like, yo, I was trying to cure drug addiction and like fix it in a worldwide sense because I'm goated. But he soon realized that it was a complicated issue and wasn't that simple. And he was using Yancey Street kids and Yancey Street goons because he was like, no one cares if these poor people go missing and die. I'm like, oh my god, Doom, you can't say that. But of course, cancel Doom in the live chat, F in the comment section. But he's like, yeah, of course. I mean, Doom should be canceled basically every time he appears. But he was like, yeah, I was using them because who cares about them? And Ben's like, you can't do that. That shit's crazy. And Ben's like, yo, let's finish this fight. But Doom's like, nah, bitch, I'll finish you when you reach the peak of your power so I can humiliate you the most. And Doom decides to dip. We see the kids were actually ready to jump him, but they see Doom literally opts to leave. No funny shit, just leaves. He's like, fuck this, I'm not going to cure shit. I don't feel like saving y'all anymore. It's too much work. You're annoying. I'm out, bitch. And he dips. And the kids drop down. And they reveal to Ben Grimm that they found Jimmy. They recovered and saved Jimmy, and he is alive and well. Ben Grimm's like, oh shit, let's go get him to his dad. Plus, we gotta run it. And they're like, why? And he's like, because Doom's not the type to leave evidence. He's definitely gonna blow this bitch up, even if kids are involved. And they dip out of the building. When they get out, sure enough, the building explodes. So yes, Dr. Doom was trying to put kids on a t-shirt. Shit happens in the streets. We see they soon return Jimmy to his father, Slugger, and Ben Grimm's like, yo, I'm glad I got you your boy back. Just remember, Yancey Street for life, my guy. Like, never be worried about come dapping the homie up. I remember where I'm from. I remember my roots. And Slugger's like, for sure. Takes his kid. He's like, I'm going to help my kid get right. All that. Loves his kid. They dip, right? Feel good as shit. We see the gang go up to him. They're like, yo, we used to think you were a bitch, but you stepped like a gangster today. In fact, we'll give you a hood pass. We're not going to beat you up every time you come back now. You're good with us. In fact, Merry Christmas. And they all give Ben Grimm a hug. What a tearjerker. W in the chat down below. But let me insert a major goon moment. They run off after that and they're like, let's go home. It's Christmas Eve. But when they get out of earshot of Ben Grimm, they're like, yo, what a stupid bitch. We really finessed him. He really fell for that. He thought we were friends. And we see they put a kick me sign on him. Not only that, one of them goes, yo, let's really get out of here before he realizes I stole his wallet. We then see the story kind of wrap up with Ben Grimm going back home, walking in pissed off as the Fantastic Four is there along with Alicia. Johnny gives Alicia stuff because Alicia was having a hard time given that an alien literally took her place in life and she fell in love with Johnny. And Johnny's like, look, just move on with your life. Everything's good, all that shit. Alicia's like, oh, that's dope. And then everything's supposed to be cool, but again, Ben Grimm comes in pissed, and Franklin's like, what's wrong? He's like, yo, these kids fucking robbed me, and they put a kick me sign on. Fuck them kids. Like, they ruined my Christmas. And they calm him down. They're like, yo, you're with the fam now. It's all good. Forget about it. And I think it was Sue and Alicia give him a kiss under the mistletoe. And Ben Grimm tells the reader Merry Christmas. That's how this legendary story ends. Now, who do I think wins the beef? There's multiple beefs throughout this story. Main one being residents of Yancey Street and just Yancey Street in general, which would include Ben Grimm versus Dr. Doom. Who do I think wins between those two? That's a tough one. I kind of see it as a draw, but Doom hit the walk-off, which was hilarious. So you let me know in the comment section down below. I'll let the fans decide. I might side slightly with Dr. Doom, but then again, Yancey Street Gang was not afraid to beef with him, which was legendary. So let me know. But anyway,
what do you guys think? Who won that fight? You know what I mean? But counting out the kids. You know what I mean? When it comes to Doom and the Thing. I would say, I mean, the Doom was us. Man, seeing how they both walked away, man, I would just give it a tie. You know what I mean? That's one of those that you just can't. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, dropping 4 videos today. Make sure to go check out the second channel because 2 of them will be on there, including a Bleach video and a comic book matchup. Anyway, it's been Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. Alright, so the Doom Goon fans have forced my hand. You see, I think I set the goal for like 450 likes for a second Doom video of him being a goon, right? And you guys almost at like 700 likes in just a couple days on the first one. So I was like, damn, I gotta drop this. So
Yeah, guys, we're gonna keep it going. I gotta get me some coffee or something. We're gonna keep it going.
went ahead, went in the archives, and pulled out 20 funny ass moments, again, goon moments for Dr. Doom. Real quick, I am going to make a brief video explaining how to qualify for a goon series, like how a character does, but I've been asked a few times by people new to the series. They're like, hey, I love like the comedy of this, but I'm not sure what a goon is. I'm new to the channel. What's a goon? A goon can be many things depending on who you are, but to me it's someone who has funny moments handling ops or handling just shit they got to deal with in these streets, in comics, anime, fiction, all that. And depending on how you handle your opposition can make you a goon. And yes, by the way, to answer a random that asked me this, I do think Hulk's a goon. Smash the like button for a Hulk goon video. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and set the like goal for this one. So for a part 3 of Dr. Doom being a goon, you guys have to hit 800 likes. For another goon video, you only have to hit 450. Regardless, smash that like button. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you want to support the channel and all my content, check out all the ways you can in the video description, as well as join the public Discord. But without further ado, let's begin. So what's the first moment today on the countdown of goon moments for Dr. Doom? First one I want to talk about is how the homie handled the destroyer armor. So if you don't know what the destroyer armor is, right, that's the defensive armor of Asgard. That's what's set to defend the king and his throne. Doom ran up on the armor, fixed it, and took it as his. And when he was leaving after robbing it, right, I think it was Thor, it was either Thor or another Asgard, was like, yo, you've taken the destroyer armor and the Odin Force, or Asgardian power. And Doom goes, that's what you call it? Because I call it Doom's power, bitch. And just leave. He's so disrespectful. He's like, no, we're rebranding it. Your power is now the power of Doom. Stupid. Don't call it Asgardian power. Oh, man. Yeah, it was a total robbery. Next up, we have his high tier bodying jobber chairs. What I mean by that is Dr. Doom got pulled up on, right? There's multiple people there, of course, because when people come for Doom, very rarely are they brave enough to throw the ones. They gotta jump the boy, right? So he's getting pulled up on, and Surfer's there. Surfer's jobbing. I forget why he does it, but he like sits down in a chair, and it's specifically
Oof, back, baby. Gotta get a little coffee. Hope everybody's doing good, man. Hope everybody's having an awesome weekend. Yo, tell you, man, we're gonna be Doom all day. Like I said, and it was mainly for you guys to see all the different ways that they can take Dr. Doom. You know what I mean? So, let me check out the Chizat. Do you think there should be a Dr. Doom TV show? Hell yeah, I think they should do a Dr. Doom Disney Plus. Either Disney, see, they gotta flush them out, man. So you will have to do like a show, but I don't know, man. Like I said, it take multiple movies. You know what I mean? Yeah, you would want him to have his own show, or his own Doctor Doom movie. You know, like if they did, I'm cool with them doing like when the after Secret Wars, when everything resets. I'm cool if they want to do a Doctor Doom movie. Like I said, let's say Cillian Murphy. Let's say he was the new Doctor Doom, and they said, yo, we're doing just a Doctor Doom movie. So that's not an Avengers level threat movie. You know what I mean? Like we have Avengers, Doomsday, but just a regular Doctor Doom movie. That would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say Cillian Murphy. That would be dope. That like flesh out the character, you know, backstory, all that good stuff. I mean, you have to show a lot for this new character in 2 movies, which is a little bit of time. Just look how much we got with Thanos.
He says it's an innocent looking chair, but Doom's like, ha, gotcha, bitch, and immediately starts siphoning the power of Surfer. Real quick, F in the chat for how many times that boy Doom has bodied and robbed Silver Surfer. It's getting ridiculous. Like, I remember when I saw the Fantastic Four and I saw like Surfer wilding out. This was when I was a kid. I was like, dang, it's kind of crazy Dr. Doom robbed him in the movie. But now that I'm reading the comics, makes sense. He robs that bitch all the time. But yeah, his chair he rigged to make it look normal and instantly started robbing Surfer of his power. Next up is, personally to me, a slept-on moment because it was a perfect example of game recognizes game. And what I mean by that is a fellow high-tier goon, that is Loki, the god of mischief, acknowledged that Doom's one of the goats. So Loki had just folded someone, I believe it was Mr. Sinister, right? And he's talking his shit because that's what Loki does. And Doom comes up and Loki goes, look, don't get it twisted. Me beefing with you is not like beefing with...
The hell you doing? You twerking over there? You gotta be there. Oh yeah, looking over my... What the hell is that, boy? It's good to have you back home, son.
Dude, you see, Doom's that guy. Doom is a sorcerer. Doom is a genius. He, low-key, could have figured my shit out. But you, Mr. Sinister, you're no Dr. Doom, bitch. There's only one Doom. You're not him. I don't respect your game. And I was like, damn, like, it was such a funny shout-out to Doom, because basically what Loki was saying was like he beasts with Mr. Sinister and those types with no fear because they're bound to shit like philosophy and stuff, whereas gods are beyond that. But beefing with Doom will go beyond that too, bitch. Anything to get the W. So Loki's like, nah, Doom's one of the goats when it comes to trolling. I don't even want to consider what would happen if I had taken it here with him in this situation. So that was a pretty dope goon moment for Dr. Doom. Next, we have another classic Doom robbing someone moment. This comes in the form of a rogue watcher. So if you don't know what watchers are, they're cosmic beings. Obviously, they're really popular right now in the MCU, but...
Man, it's all about the slang. Oh, man. I wouldn't be surprised if it would have set you to some sexual site. See how you gotta watch what the hell you type, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's all about the slang. Like, you know what I mean? What's a goon? A goon is a freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see this goon mask. I actually got a goon mask. Where's my mask at? I actually have a goon mask. Where's my mask at?
What you talking about over there? Gooning?
Yeah, about gooning.
What you know about that?
What you know about that?
What you think gooning means?
You know what that means?
I know I do.
What does that mean?
Gooning?
Yeah.
What do you think gooning means? I just want to make sure we got the same definition.
No, just tell me.
Gooning is when you jerk off for a really long period of time off of drugs.
What? Gooning means what?
It means like you like in like a mindless state of jerking off of drugs. So you gooning. After like 2-3 hours, just rub one out.
Jerking off?
Gooning, yeah.
Holy shit, hell no. No. We're talking about Dr. Doom being a goon.
Oh, Dr. Doom, see, yeah, the Marvel.
Oh my god. What the hell? Jerking off on drugs?
I didn't know if your chat was like, oh, y'all Google.
Holy shit.
I
What the hell you guys are doing out there nowadays? Jesus Christ. What the hell you guys? What the hell? I can't even see. I don't even want to say that word no more. Gooning, yeah. What? Hell no. Hell no. Yo, we ain't gooning up in here, son. Alright, chat, we ain't gooning up in here. You know? We just some goons, but we ain't gooning. Nah, son, we some goons. You know what a goon is? You know what a goon is, though? Like a badass, son. Somebody that'll run up and take your shit. But, oh my God. Yo, you guys turn everything gay. Oh my God. What's a goon, yep? What's a goon to a goblin? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
I can't listen to that song the same no more.
Jesus. Dude, oh my. Yo, let's get back to the freaking. Let's get back to Doom.
But they observe.
I'm actually gonna have a smoke break, but that'll be off screen. I don't like to smoke on screen. Need a little smoke break, but we're gonna continue.
Reality. And one of these was a rogue watcher. Made the drastic mistake of.
Sorry, Claire, that you had to look up gooning. I knew it sounded sexual when you typed it in. I don't know why, but oh my God. And these kids nowadays, oh my God. Stop changing my words. Our words was cool and dope. Stop changing them and shit. I don't even know what to say anymore. You know what I mean? Now it's like being a goon.
Now you have a word.
No, it's like what? It's like what? Like being a goon? Like being a goon is gay. That's what y'all making it seem.
I mean,
What you mean? You mean?
I feel like in this day and age.
What does that mean in this day and age? Right? It gotta just stay the same.
It's probably got the same definition, you know?
Oh my God! They just
Some words got multiple definitions.
they want to ruin the comic books. They want to ruin the slang, the cool. Oh, let's keep going. Yo, this generation, oh my God, we are fucked. Nah, son, this is not the Goon Cave. Nah, we're the Collector's Lounge. Alright, don't get it twisted. Ain't no gooning up in here, son.
Nah, y'all in there gooning, bro.
Nah.
Y'all in there gooning.
Hey, shut up! Ain't nobody gooning. Alright? We lounging. Alright? That ain't gay to say, right? Lounging? Ain't nobody changing that word? Alright, man, we lounging. Shit.
Coming near Doom's hood. Doom shoots him down and robs his power and goes, look, bro, I'ma be honest, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know if you have drip. What I do know is you got too close to the edge, bitch, and Dr. Doom was on the other side. And he pulled him down, yanked his shit, and ran off on the plug. Classic Doom robbing moments. If you guys haven't noticed already, I'm a big fan of Doom robbing people because it's so funny to me. He's already strong, but he's like, nah, bitch, give me your shit too. It's so like consistent in his character, especially back in the classic days. Next, we have just a funny moment of
And yo, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I have nothing against gay people. Shit, I got gay family members. You know what I mean? Gay uncles and shit like that. But it's just the hope. What I'm talking about is just changing the words. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you changing the words? You know, now I say something, and now something that seemed normal to me, I gotta look around and see people laughing and smirking and shit. Like, what the fuck's going on? What's so funny? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you changing the words? You know? That's what I'm saying. What?
I thought you were done talking about it.
Why are you looking at me, son? I just talking about it because it just messed. I'm just saying.
You got some gooners in the chat. That's what it is.
So.
You got some real life gooners in there.
Hey, my son said there's probably some gooners out there in the chat. Some gooners?
Some goons. Some goblins.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're probably goons, goblins. Yeah. We're chilling in the lounge. That's all I know. Let's continue.
Doom showcasing.
We need some straight words. Claire says, shout out to the gooners in the chat. Yo, y'all goon. I'm the goblin. All right. So what's a goon to a goblin? Right? Goblin's good, right? Goblin's not gay.
I guess.
Okay, I'm a goblin then. Y'all be goons, I be goblin. Jesus Christ, you gotta ask nowadays. What's this? What's okay? What's straight to say?
That he's actually a beast in hand-to-hand combat. So he was going against Hulk, right? Hulk's no.
I used to say that. The Goon Squad. I can't say that shit no more. I can't say that shit no more knowing nowadays that you hell no. Yo, you look at the Goon Squad, and then they're walking, and then they turn, you see them walk, and then they got pink bandanas hanging out of their back pocket. You know, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
It doesn't necessarily mean it's gay. It just means it's freaky.
I mean, back then you call them homo thugs.
Homo thug, that works.
No, it don't work. That was back in the day. That was a slang. That's homo thug. You know exactly what the hell that meant.
Slaps. I know I joked Hulk.
Hey, no Diddy, son. No Diddy over here. No Diddy. Believe that.
But if you're brawling with Hulk, you know you're doing something right. And Doom's in the pocket, not worried at all, like catching punches from Hulk, even rocking him, and like landed his own either. Hey.
At Checkers and Rallies, we're ready to elevate your flavor game for just $1.99 with the new
Maker at elbow, and he's like, "Look, bitch," and he's like explaining to Hulk why his dad used to beat Hulk's ass. And while it wasn't the most disrespectful thing I've seen Doom say, and the way he was saying it was like more facts than disrespect, because he was just breaking down why Hulk used to get beat as a kid. Like he was saying his daddy wasn't shit basically, and just took it out on Hulk. Like it was wild.
Yeah, I read this comic book, man. Back in the day, that's fucked up. That's how messed up Doom was. Yo, Doom beat the shit out of the Hulk, right? And as he's beating the shit out of the Hulk, he's talking about why his dad used to beat the shit out of the Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, this is why your dad used to beat the shit out of you while I'm beating the shit out of you. I'm like, holy shit. This dude is ruthless. Let me see the chat. Crackpot says, I have pink pajamas on, son. I heard pink is the new black. Sorry, Apple says, I can't say black. I mean midnight passion.
To say like while fighting somebody, I'm like, God damn, dude, like you're a dick. Like he's punching him, and while punching him, just like imagine someone beating you up and explaining to you why your dad used to beat you as a kid. That I don't know. That's just something about that is just like mad disrespectful to me. Next, we have, and this situation actually pops up a couple times on this list, but first time we're gonna talk about how Hulk, he was fighting this Hulk bot, right? And this Hulk bot had the power cosmic, and if you have the power cosmic, you're a problem. Unless you're a surfer, because he just jobs. But with this power cosmic, this Hulk is throwing hands with Doom. Not only was Doom okay in the clutch, Doom's sitting there taking these hits and goes, yo, hit me again. You're not really doing shit. You could do better than that.
Yes, that was crazy. Yo, you know, like Hulk is supposed to be the most powerful, you know, like one of the powerful. And this dude just taking and talking about, yo, like the Joker, come on, hit me. He hit him with the Joker.
I can take more. What you doing, bitch? And it was fine and just like, nah, I can take more of that. I ain't worried about you. Oh man, like Doom really is slept on for his physical capabilities, because he's brawled with a lot. I mean, when you're beefing with everybody, obviously you're gonna get in a lot of brawls, and he's been in plenty of those. Next up, we have that just a funny ass goon durability feat for Doom. He was brawling with someone, I think it was Captain Britain. And if you don't know, Captain Britain has like the power of Excalibur.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought we would have seen Captain Britain a long time ago. I mean, even though we had Peggy Carter, you know what I mean? but they did mention him in Avengers Infinity War when Captain America went back in time and he saw Peggy Carter and she just walked in. She was talking about him. She said a name. I forgot his Captain Britain's actual name. So she was like, "Did he come in? Whatever, whatever." And he's like, "No." So she was talking about him. I thought we would have seen Captain Britain by now, but I mean, we have Captain Carter. I like her. We will see her again.
So he does have some wild ass power moments. And while Captain Britain is beefing with Doom and runs up on him, he's like,
somebody that they said would be a good Captain Britain. They want, I'm sure you guys have seen it, Henry Cavill. You know what I mean? If you guys haven't seen it, look up, Google Captain Britain, Henry Cavill, and you will be like, hell yeah, let me see that movie.
"Yo, I'm gonna destroy you, I'm gonna wall up your shields," all this goofy shit. And Doom's like, alright. And he hits Doom as hard as he can, and Doom's getting punched through limbo. Doom, while getting punched through limbo, goes, "Yo, not gonna lie to you, Chief, I almost felt that punch." Like, I was like, damn, bro, the disrespect is real. Yeah, Captain Britain, who's had plenty of flex moments, especially in limbo, punches Doom through limbo and still couldn't get any credit for having a solid right hand. You hate to see it, but that's how it went down. And Doom, unless you're stepping properly, Doom ain't giving you credit for shit in terms of being a fighter. Next, we have that time Doom got into it with Magneto. Now, the reason this in particular is hilarious because of what it is.
Hey, yo, you know what I'm thinking about? I don't know how many times. I don't know how many times through this entire. Let me see. We've been going about 2 hours, right? We ain't even got much left to go. We got about another, you figure, 30 minutes, right? And in the 2 hours that we've been going, I was just thinking to myself, how many times have I said the word gooning? How many times have I said, "Yo, we gooning"? To the third live stream to then find out that they changed the words. That's what I gotta say. They changed the words. So nothing means what it's supposed to mean anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because I'm just listening to this and it just pops into my head. I'm like, how many times have I said that today? You know what I'm saying? In this stream. And then people are going to think that I mean something that... until they watch... The crazy thing is that they're probably not even going to watch this whole shit through. They're going to watch until that point. They're going to be like, oh, shit. And then not realize that I didn't even know what the hell it was. That y'all just changing the words. Oh, my God. That's crazy. How many times have I said that already?
Entails, right? So if you don't know, Doom's suit is mostly armor, mostly metal, obviously. Magneto's power, destroy all metals, tear apart metal. I mean, he's even ripped out adamantium from Wolverine's skeleton before. Wild mutant hacks, right? So you would think, oh shit, Magneto is a hard counter.
Yeah, this one right here, yo. This story right here with the Dr. Doom versus Magneto, this was dope. Cause I was like, yo, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. You got Dr. Doom, you got Magneto, bro, you fucking with the wrong one. And Magneto's powerful. We know Magneto's powerful. But you walking around in a suit of metal. Alright.
To Doom. That's what Magneto thought as well. So he pulls up on Doom and they beef. And he blasts his power at Doom. And he's like, yep, I'm going to just rip your shit apart, crush it in your suit. Fuck you, Doom. Time for you to take the L. Doom goes, ha, Goofy, have you seen who I've beefed with? And literally, suit instantly negates Magneto's power and he blasts him. He's like, stupid bitch, you don't pull up on me. And starts beating up Magneto. That's right. Literally, his metal suit, he created an instant field to stop Magneto's power from even affecting his suit and proceeded to give hands. It was such a disrespectful neg of a power that should obviously fold him. That's just like obviously iconic to the way Doom moves in these streets. You're not going to catch him slipping, especially with obvious shit. Next, we have to give
You saw that? When I saw that for the first time and I read that in the comic books, I was like, what? I was like, yo, when I saw that, I'm like, yo, if Magneto can't even stop this guy, neither with the whole, I was like, yo, and he wasn't even God Emperor Doom. You know what I mean? So.
Another L to a mutant. This is in the form of one of the biggest L's out of the mutants in terms of being a jobber, Nightcrawler. You see, Nightcrawler has another mutant ability that could potentially be very harmful to Doom, and that is he can teleport. And when he teleports, he could do stuff like teleport next to Doom, grab his helmet, and teleport away and behead him by using the portal, like behead him and transfer his head. He can technically do shit like that, right? So he is, in theory, with his power, a threat to someone like Doom, and who is always getting jumped. And of course, he was getting jumped here. So if he's getting jumped, someone that could do stuff like Nightcrawler could be a threat, right? Of course, Doom's not taking an L to this jobber. So when Nightcrawler tries to jump him, Nightcrawler starts screaming and is like, oh my god, like I'm burning alive. I feel like I'm getting torn apart. Doom turns around and looks at him because he's brawling with other people, and he says, good. That means the shield's working, bitch. And like, just like...
Nightcrawler was one of my favorite characters also back in the days in the comic books. I have a comic book, I think it's like from 1960 something, I think, or 70s, with Nightcrawler and Spider-Man team up.
Folds Nightcrawler passively with the shield he installed just to disrespect Nightcrawler in case he thought he was sweet enough to pull up on Doom. Next, we have the time Doom pulled up on Voodoo and almost robbed him. So, if you don't know who
I'm here with you guys. I just don't like, I'm having a quick sesh. Don't like smoking on screen.
Dr. Voodoo is, he's one of the strongest sorcerers in all of Marvel Comics, has literally been Sorcerer Supreme before. Personally, one of my favorite magic users in comics in general. I think he's super dope, right? All powerful, like super powerful character, deserves mad respect. But that being said, Doom doesn't give a shit what you've done in these streets, son. Pulls up on Voodoo when Voodoo's in the hospital, right? And Voodoo's like mad hurt when Doom pulls up and does this shit. And Doom's like, yo, my boy, I'm here for that Eye of Agamotto on your neck. Run the chain, pussy. And he's about to finish him. Voodoo, like, has to summon a spirit named Daniel. And Daniel's like, oh, God, I got to brawl with this man. I don't know if I can take it, but I'll do my best. And it was just a shitty situation. Just any time Doom pulls up to rob someone, it's hilarious to me. I don't know. Just the way he goes about it.
That's what I was telling you guys before. Dr. Doom, that I said, there's comic runs that he just runs up on people and just starts robbing them. You know what I mean? Like, run up, man. Give me your shit.
Is so disrespectful. And nothing was different in this scenario. Even a high tier like Dr. Voodoo can be liable to getting robbed by Dr. Doom. Now, let's discuss the time the boys set up a heist on Nightmare himself. If you don't know who Nightmare is, one of the Hell Lords. Literally a nightmare. Not even a real thing. He's abstract, right? Still can get his bitch ass robbed. The way this was pulled off is Dr. Doom had Nightmare turned into actuality itself. Like, had his matter converted. And Doom, when facing off with him, was like, yo, bitch, we had you converted, dog. You're real now. And he was like, if you're real, then you can really get robbed. Bars. And then literally starts siphoning and absorbing Nightmare. So, like, dude, Hell Lords need to stop messing with Doom because it's not going well for them. And my Doom is a Goon series. Go check out the first video. If you've already seen it, you know. Anyways, let's move on to the time that Doom had to remind the people that there's only one person that could get the drop on Doom consistently, right? And he showed this when he was almost time displaced by a fake Doom. And Doom goes, stupid bitch, I have defenses in place to keep bums like you from time displacing the GOAT. And he says the only one that can get the drop on me is myself, goofy, and beats him up. Yeah, I mean, he's right. Typically, people don't get the drop on him. Usually when he loses, it's because he messes up. But it was just a funny moment. He's like, yeah, you can't BFR me, stupid. I got defenses for that. He has defenses for almost everything. It's ridiculous. Next up, referring back to a moment we had before, this was like kind of
like it's gonna be awesome. I also believe that when we see Victor Von Doom, like I said, man, there's other videos. Who knows? After this, if you guys like, we're almost done. So if if in case there's something else, like there's some reaction videos I wanted to check out. I wanted to leave for let me go back right here. There's actually some reaction videos that I wanted to leave for another day, but if you guys want, after this, seeing how we're almost done, if there's maybe one or two you guys want to check out so we can keep going, there won't be any comic book videos. It'll be just some other reactions talking about the movie, Robert Downey Jr., Doctor Doom, what's happening with the MCU. So if there's a couple of videos like that you guys want me to react to, which I did want to, let me know, and then we can keep it going, because we're almost done with this. You know what I'm saying?
kind of post the moment he was fighting the Power Cosmic Hulk. Scar pulled up to help, and when he did, Doom was like, bro, you could be actually like a really good fucking fighter, like you're really powerful, but you kind of suck, you're low IQ, all that shit. Drains him of his power, and it's like, that wasn't even the real Hulk, Goofy. I don't know why you did all that shit you just did. And like, without context, it looks like he murdered Scar when Scar got turned into a child. Like, you just see him standing over him, he's like, close your eyes, bitch. And Doom, and it looks bad too with Doom's history, because if you know, of course, from part 1, Doom has bodied children before when he had to. So yeah, Robin's Scar in that moment, after just like tanking shit from Power Cosmic Hulkbot, was pretty funny. Next, this actually made it on the list just because.
What's good, my brother? Welcome to the stream, B.
Is like, in theory, it's hilarious to me. So Doom was beefing with Thor because everybody.
I built you guys in a minute. Don't like smoking on stream.
Everybody beefs with Big Doom. They don't let the boy live. And when Thor pulled up on him, they're going back and forth. And then Doom gets the drop on him. Thor's like, oh shit, what's going on? And Doom's like, yo, get tased, bitch. And it had like a special taser he made. And I just want you guys to like think about that in like abstract, right? The God of Thunder got tased. The dude who slings around like high tier metaphysical type damaging lightning that's hurt characters like Null got dropped by a taser from Doom. How goonish is Doom for that? Let me know in the comment section down below how goony it is to tase a God of Thunder, lightning, and all that. But yeah, he really did that shit and ran off. It was funny. Next, we have the time Doom was gonna get jumped and use time displacement to handle that shit. So what happened was,
I'll be honest, that would be dope to see. Like a quick fight between Doctor Doom and Thor. That would be awesome. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna be on Doctor Doom's ass. Everybody.
I already told you, Doom's real accustomed to time. He doesn't want to get BFR'd, but he will BFR himself, because that's the only person that can fuck up Doom is Doom, right? Facts. So Doom is fighting the Fantastic Four. They get the drop on him because they got Ben Grimm on the team and he's the GOAT. And they're about to rock his shit. And Torch was lighting him up and then goes, wait, Doom's not there. And Doom, he turns and Doom's like on the other side. He's like, yeah, bitch, gotcha. Time displaced myself by 2 seconds so you can't catch me, pussy. And run. It just runs away. He's like, just having a bomb to time displace yourself instead of using a shield is so extra to me. And it just encapsulates being a goon when you're Doctor Doom. Next, we have Doom breaking down like his studies, right? As you know, Doom is a sorcerer, but he's unlike Strange. Doom loves the hood rat magic, the gangster magic you can use, the dark magic, all that shit, right? And Doom, in order to become the best at this, including the dark arts, went around to get some training. Cool. Not only did he go around to get training, this man...
Also, what makes Doom powerful, he combines his magic with science. So magic and science make you really powerful.
Man traveled all the time at space to get training. This man went around eternity itself looking for dark wizards to teach him how to better beat up his ops. How gangster is that? Literally taking a trip through eternity to take lessons on how to fade your ops. Doom did that shit. I encourage y'all to do so as well if you have those methods. If you do have those methods, hit me up because that's crazy. But anyways, moving on, we have the 17th moment. One of the funniest. I actually leaked one of this scan on my community post. And this was the time he did Morgana Le Fay dirty. One of the most famous sorcerers in Marvel. Le Fay was captured, and all you see is Doom staring at her. Something's going on. She's like, yo, I feel this power, like this magic moving around me. What the hell's going on? She like starts screaming, and I think it was Iron Patriot with him or whatever, Osborn, and he was like, oh god, Doom, what are you doing? Doom, what are you doing? And you just see Doom staring at her as she gets displaced, and what he did was he basically he got sick of her shit and like BFR'd her to the dawn of man. That's how Doom will do you if you piss him off. And it's hilarious just looking at the scan, how it breaks down. Doom does not care, bro. He's like, yo, let's get this bitch out of here.
I believe that's that Iron Patriot suit that Iron Man has on.
Next up, we have another classic, Dr. Voodoo, Dr. Doom exchange. Dr. Voodoo got hit with the penance stare, if you don't know what that is. It's an attribute typically associated with the Ghost Rider. Super powerful ability that can even stop like Skyfather tier threats. Basically turns like all evil and shit in your heart against you, all that stuff. Voodoo got hit with it and was like basically crippled. Doom's like, relax, bitch. You're with Doom. You're safe. And undoes the spell. And as he's walking by Voodoo, who's like recovering from getting hit by that, Doom's like, bro, imagine getting folded by something as simple as a penance stare. Like, imagine being a bitch. And just like, was just talking shit to him for him having to be rescued from the penance stare. And it's pretty funny, and it was also wild that Doom just casually overpowered it. Next, we have, this time, Doom was shown going to extreme lengths to troll the Fantastic Four. And when I say extreme, I caught this boy hanging out with demons from beyond numbers and forms, as stated himself, just to gain the ability to like drain them of their abilities on sight when he ran up on them and to troll them after. He's like, yeah, bro, I hang out with demons like beyond form and all that shit just so I control you guys. How mad are you? And they were confused. They were like, dude, what the?
You know that word of the Marvel streets is that Dr. Doom is not even from the Fantastic Four universe. So when we see Fantastic Four, Dr. Doom doesn't even exist in that world. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting.
Why? Like, half the time, that's all you can ask yourself when Doom's doing like gangster shit is like, bro, is there even a point to doing this, or are you just being a jackass? Usually he's just being a jackass, but that's why it makes him one of the goats. Smash the like button for Doom being a goat. Next, we have the final moment of the video, another godly one, in which Doom, as only Doom could be, was a better Wakandan than anyone in the history of Wakanda. And what I mean by that is, their vibranium has the ability to boost magic to a godly level. No one in the history of Wakanda, for how smart they are, including T'Challa and all his sister and all his siblings, all his ancestors, everything, none of them could figure out what Doom figured out as a recooler of Wakandan tech and vibranium in like moments. He was like, yo, Doom figured that shit out already. He's probably going to take over. We got to get rid of vibranium. It's like, dude, imagine bragging about how you're one of the smartest in the verse and all this shit, claiming all this shit, talking shit to Doom about how your people star, like we're tracking stars while Doom's people were dumb, which was valid. His people were dumb. But you do all that and Doom is better with your shit on your turf in moments. That's crazy. But yeah, it just goes to show how wild the boy Doom is in these trenches. He'll outshine you on your own turf and disrespect you in the worst ways possible. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the Goon series. Make sure to hit the like goals for this to continue. The way this series is going, I'm gonna be honest, this is mainly gonna be the series of the channel, as well as like versus battles and stuff, but you guys love this. It's a great way to explore fiction itself and all the best characters throughout.
How do celebrities like Justin Bieber and The Rock generate hundreds of millions of dollars? It's actually
Fiction and all the goon moments they have. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy YFE, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yo, they've been good, man. The compilations that he does, and once again, his commentary on them, hilarious. But we're almost done with this. I think we got about, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 20 minutes left. And then we're done with the entire Doom Goon series. So, it's been good. And just so you guys know, this is Dr. Goon. So if you guys want to check him out, he also has videos of different comic book characters as well. Not just Doom, so you guys can check him out. Let him know your boy, Heroes and Villains, sent you guys over there.
Not gonna lie to you guys, I was considering not recording this, but you guys were super active with the like button on Dr. Doom being a goon.
Yeah, his name. Yes, this guy that we're watching, the YouTuber, his YouTube name, yes, search him up. His name is Dr. Goon. So you know that's why the whole gooning, the whole goon stuff. That you know what I mean. So Dr. Goon, you'll be able to find him. You guys are funny.
Part 3, so I gotta go ahead and get number 4 done. This will feature another 20 hilarious moments where Dr. Doom was an absolute goon. If you like videos like these and you want to see your favorite characters in playlists like these with the jobbers, goons, versus battles, or who can beat, check out the prices on the screen, add me on Discord, and we can certainly get you on the list after you donate. Appreciate all the support. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't, and most importantly, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I was considering 1.5, but you guys have been so good on Dr. Doom videos, we'll go for 1,000. 1,000 likes, and
then that's why he's always saying in his videos, gooning, or he's a goon. I don't know if he said gooning. I think that was just us over here. But when he said he's a goon, and goon this, goon that, you know what I mean, because of his name, you know what I mean, like you know what I mean, like yo, he's the, you know, because of his YouTube name. Dude sounds down from YMS. Dr. Doom gonna go loot a nursing home.
I will drop the top 100.
We're almost done with this, guys, and then what I'm gonna do is, if you guys still want to chill, we could check out some. I wanted to react to some other YouTubers that got some scoop on some Marvel when it comes to the MCU. All this is comic books, but the stuff I want to check out is from the actual movies that's coming, when they're going to be talking about, you know, the theories on Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, the future for the MCU. So if you guys want to continue after this, then you let me know, and we'll keep it going, baby. You know what I'm saying? Get the party started. It's Saturday. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm just chilling. So we can keep it going. Just let me know in the chat.
Dr. Doom.
If not, we can just end it after this.
Goon moments, aka the Dr. Doom Goon movie, completely reshot, redone, and I will have either the coffee shop or my fans organize the top 100 moments I've gone through. So that'll be hilarious to do. So 1,000 likes and we'll get that. But without further ado, here's top 20 or another 20 Dr. Doom being a goon moments. I hope you guys enjoy. First,
so you see when he's talking about goon moments, and he said he's making a Dr. Doom goon movie, you know what I'm saying? To go with his Dr. Goon name, you know? He said we need a new booth. This cup sucks. Yeah, I'm just drinking some juice. Some juice. I ain't drinking wine or anything like that. That's funny. I do gotta get a new one.
This moment, of course, is actually more recent, comes from Savage Avengers, and this is during a conflict involving characters like Kang and Doctor Strange and Doom. They're facing a being in which he starts talking too much shit. He's a false god to Doom.
And once again, guys, this is just so Marvel, like I said, Marvel don't follow the comic books, so they can just easily just take ideas. So we're gonna have Robert Downey Jr., Doctor Doom, so they can do something, a scene, anything that has to do with the comic book. They like, oh man, yo, that scene was right from the comic, or yo, it was from the comic, but except they changed this. You know, like this just shows they can do so much with that character.
And we know how Doom feels about gods. They can get to work too. So he gets the drop on him and he's like, look. I don't even take jokes from real gods, not taking one from a false god.
They can actually do in the MCU for reals. They can actually do a freaking Doctor Doom killing Kang the Conqueror. Because he does. You know what I mean? You want to end the whole Kang thing, which they said that's it. It's done. Like, they're not going to bring up Kang ever again. Supposedly, when they said in season 2 of Loki, Ant-Man, they got the Kang variant, whatever the hell, that was it. But I think they should just bring Kang back and then have Doctor Doom kill his ass, like in the comic books.
And like just starts ripping him apart. And when the dude drops, he's like, yo, but real talk, Doctor Doom does accept pleading for your life. That's the only way you get out of the L. And it was just funny because it's a classic Doom. Just talking his shit when you just feel too strong. Like, Doom's definitely gonna vibe check you. Next, kind of funny I haven't talked about this, but literally it's his origin. It's goon as shit. So, in the pursuit of new power, right, Victor Von Doom became Dr. Doom. He changed his whole persona to fit his new way, right? Well, the funny part is, he could have just waited for the mask, right? And not fucked up his face. Like, they were like, yo, the mask is too hot right now. He's like, I don't care. It's time to get power and fade my ops. Put the damn mask on. And that's what he did. Permanently scarring his face as he was literally too excited to pull up on his ops. Top tier goon shit. And if you can't tell already, Doom does qualify as a tier 4 goon. Next, we have the time Dr. Doom.
Yo, something I was thinking about. You guys let me know, those watching now, those watching later. When it comes to Dr. Doom, in the MCU, Robert Downey Jr., 3 things. Do you think, one, they're going to have him, in the comic book, there's 2 versions of Dr. Doom. One version, the original version, he has his face all disfigured completely. And he uses the mask and he never takes it off, right? Or the second version of Dr. Doom, when he gets like a little scar, like under his eye and stuff, he gets a small scar, and then he gets insecure of that scar, and then he puts on a mask, right? That's option 2. Or option 3, do you think he's just not gonna have any scars, and it's just gonna have, the mask? And remember, it's Robert Downey Jr. You're paying this guy over $200 million. You know he's not going to have that mask on the whole time. You know he's not going to have on that mask the whole time. Yo, Marvel, Disney, they want to make sure that you see that is Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean? So they're going to be like, yeah, you're going to be in the mask, but this time you're not going to be in the mask because we want people to see your face. We want to see the money maker. So if you guys think he's going to be in the mask 100% of the time, I got something else for you. You know what I mean? $200 million and he's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Because you can pay anybody to be in the mask. You want Robert Downey Jr. back, you want his face, you're gonna have him, you know what I mean? And word on the block, on the Marvel streets also, that there may be multiple, that's what I'm saying, you may have the Kitty Murphy, that word on the street there may be some multiple Dr. Dooms, but I don't know. We'll see. That's probably getting too ahead of ourselves.
Caught himself laughing at Captain America. So this was pretty funny, right? Captain America walks up on Doom. Doom's on his throne. Doom's like, yo, Cap, I'm drinking right now, my guy. Do you want me to pour you up a glass or you want some business shit? And Cap's like, yo, Doom, I thought you were... And then Doom cuts him off and he's like, yo, Cap, relax. Me and you both know you can't think. So the fact that you just implied you were thinking about something is kind of wild, because we both know you're an idiot. And I was like, bro, mad disrespect. Like, Doom just talks shit at all times, and it makes him a godly character. Next, the time he made Magneto feel humiliated. This wouldn't be a Dr. Doom being a goon video without Magneto mentioned at this point. Like, it's pretty bad. So, this of course occurred in a verbal exchange between Magneto, in which, you know, they're talking shit, and Doom's like, yo, Magneto, you had a lot of trauma from childhood, my guy. It starts bringing up, like, specific events from Magneto's childhood. Magneto's like, yo, Doom, like, chill out. Where are you getting all this info from? Doom's like, bro, I'm Dr. Doom. Like, real shit, what don't I know? Like, you're kind of silly for asking me that. And Magneto was like, had to admit to his childhood trauma. Yeah, I mean, trauma because, like, well, it was drama too. That shit was crazy. But, yeah, just the fact Doom always has info on everybody forces them to have to talk about shit they literally do not want to talk about. Next, the time he got pulled up on by Colossus, and Colossus got horribly vibe checked. So the whole X-Men pull up on Doom, right? And first one to try to swing on him is Colossus.
Colossus says, I'm going to rip your armor from you piece by piece, Doom. And when I'm finished with you, it will be Arcade's turn. And then Doom does not engage in fisticuffs youth. The effects is tempo. Ray. But until it wears off, such living statue, you have esteemed the lion's den, X-Men.
Right? He goes up, swings. Doom's like, child, I don't engage in fisticuffs. I don't throw hands with bitches like you. No one cares about you. You're not that special for real. And like grabs Colossus and uses one of his hacks on him. I think he like paralyzed him. And Doom was like, X-Men, I need y'all to understand something. You're in Doom's crib. That means you're in the lion's den. And you're not making it out, bitch. And I was like, damn, Doom might fold everybody. Of course he didn't. Luckily they got away. But yeah, just just the fact he looked at Colossus and was like, child, I don't do fisticuffs, was comedy. Next, the time that Silver Surfer had to concede that Dr. Doom taking his bitch mentally scarred him. That's right. So at one point, Doom and Surfer beefed. Doom got the drop on a bitch Surfer loved. Of course, what's Doom do? Some goon shit. Takes her, right? That's his girl now. And Surfer admits, literally on panel, you can see it for yourself, that Doom taking his girl and that look on his face haunts him and will haunt him forever. Oh my god, so many L's have been given to Surfer from Doom that it literally has traumatized him. Maybe that's why he jobs so hard, because of Doom's ass whoopings. Next, the time he kind of struck up a deal with Conan. You see, Conan is a goon himself, and Doom respects that shit. So when Conan was fighting everybody, Doom was like, yo, real talk, when's the last time you had something real good? And I'm talking like a 5-star meal. And Conan's like, what are you talking about? Doom was like, bro, come in the crib. I got hella chefs. They're gonna get us right. We could chill, sip some wine, talk shit. You could be on my team, bro. Goon shit. And Conan goes with it. They actually like have dinner and stuff and
straight goon shit.
Actually do team up. So the fact that Doom was willing to do that just to get the drop on more ops later down the line was godly. Next, the time that, well, there's actually going to be a lot of Namor vibe checks on this video, just spoiler alert. But the time Namor got out of pocket with Doom verbally, right? Starts running up on Doom, and he's basically calling Doom a bitch. And Doom's like, bro, like, I need you to understand something. You're talking to the king, the rightful ruler of Latveria. You're not just talking to anybody out here. Like, that shit'll get you hurt. And Namor's like, bro, I know who I'm talking to. I'm the avenging son of Atlantis. And Doom was like, you scaly bitch, if you don't shut up, I'm literally going to return you looking like a dead fish to your people. Like, just literally shut up, like you're a bitch. And I was like, damn, like, remember classic Thanos or Namor literally was like pulling up on Hulk and fighting characters like that. And the fact Doom just speaks to him in this manner is comedy, because not many characters would get away with doing that. And Marvel to Namor. But of course Doom does. Next, another Namor disrespect moment. This time comes in the form of Dr. Doom tooting a royal sea horn. That's right. Doom walked up in Atlantis, walked up in Namor's shit, and was like, yo, this is kind of a fly-ass horn. What is it? And Namor was like, bro, that's the royal sea horn. You can't blow it. And Doom looks at him and goes, you fool. Literally, Dr. Doom toots any horn he wants to, bitch. And toots the horn loud as shit. Like, literally doesn't care. It's just disrespect.
I'll tell you, man, it would be real cool to see Namor, especially the Namor in the MCU that we got. It's pretty cool. I would like to see an interaction with him and Doctor Doom. Like they have a lot of scenes in comic books together. I would just like to see like a nice, iconic one, you know? That would be dope.
Like, bro, Doom just does crazy shit all the time, and it's wild how no one has faded him for it. Like, he's lasted this long, literally turning everyone in comics into his enemy at one point. Like, Doom beats with everybody. It's godly. Next, the time that we find out from Doom that walking through doors is peasant. It's like peasant shit. So, shout out to my boy Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm becoming a fan because he keeps popping up and hanging out with Doom, and it's funny as shit. But he was with Doom, right? Doom blows up a wall for no reason and walks through it. Literally no fucking reason. And Spider-Man's like, bro, what was that? And Doom's like, what are you talking about? And he was like, you just blew up a wall. And Doom was like, that's how I entered the room, bitch. That's what real G's do. And I'm not even making this exchange literally happen. And Spider-Man goes, yo, I don't know if you know this, but you can't just blow up walls to walk through shit. That's messed up. And Doom was like, well, how would you do it? And Spidey was like, yo, I walked through the door. And Doom was like, oh, you're a peasant. And just like, that's the end of it. He's like, okay, we're not, like, you're clearly a peasant. We're not going to debate this. And that was it. Oh, man. Next, the time Dr. Doom was stealing Spider-Man's powers. Now, this is comedy because of what he said while doing it, right? So he had Spidey captured, was stealing the powers, and he was like, look, I want you to get all the powers from Spidey. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. But we don't want any of his tendencies or bitch shit. Literally says, like, the personality of Spider-Man literally for sure wants none of that. Just the power. Why? Because he sucks, and he's too nice, and we're not with that nice shit. It's goon shit all the time. And just the fact that, like, he makes fun of, like, Spider-Man's goodness and tendencies was funny as shit, because we all know I've not been the biggest fan of Spider-Man. Next, the time that Dr. Doom admits if you beef with him, it's for eternity. There's no please. There's no peace. Like, fuck you. Like, that's Doom's mentality. So he was facing off with Richards, right? Of course, Reed got the drop on him, and Doom is being tied up. And Doom was like, bro, I need you to understand something. Like, real shit? I don't even care about being a god anymore. I just need you to know that when it comes to me ruining your life, when it comes to you being my op, when it comes to us having beef, that's literally for eternity, and nothing you can do that can stop that. And Reed was like, I mean, shit, probably. Like, the beef is real. One of the most drawn out beefs in comic book histories, and rightfully so, because it's epic. Next, the time a Doombot took an L from Doom for getting Doom's swag messed up. So Doom was like, yo, Doombot, come here. Why did you spare him? And the Doombot was like, I'm gonna be honest, my lord.
So you see how in the comic books they got the Doombots, and like I was saying before, like Iron Man had the all of those Iron Man suits that he had built. So just like that, you got the Doom bots that look like him. You know what I mean? So they just call it Doom bots. But yes, I believe that we're gonna see those in the movie. Either Doomsday, or I'm sure we'll see it in Doomsday. But if not, we'll see it in Secret Wars.
I determined that you might need him later on in the future. Therefore, I chose not to execute. Doom looked at him and said, "Need?" And then he blows him up and says, "Doom does not need anybody, bitch." Like, Doom can go out here solo if he wants. I don't need someone now or ever. So the fact he implied that literally got that Doom bot killed. Next, Doctor Strange finds out what it's like to be clouded via hanging out with Doom. So they go back to Latveria, right? And Doom's taking Strange there, and Doom, when they're passing through, gets pulled up on by a child. This child comes bearing flowers, right?
Rated Teen.
The underworld shows no mercy.
And everybody has the perception that Latveria hates Doom because of the way he rules. You'll see later in this video that he rules with an iron fist. Like, you could die disrespecting his rule. But Strange is like, yo, real shit? The people legit love Doctor Doom. He couldn't really figure out why, but he was like, yo, they really do love him. Like, that shit is not fake. So, it's weird, but it's real. So yeah, the hood really does love Doctor Doom and Latveria. Smash the like button if you're from Latveria and you're representing Doctor Doom. Next, the time that he had to pull out the Glock on his people. So he was with his army. Of course, Doom, when he makes a decision, that's final. Like, there's no debating the ruler of Lot.
Hey, just so you guys know, we ain't got much time on this, y'all. This is cool. Make sure you guys smash that like button. We almost done here, baby. Almost done. Putting out the Glock.
If he decides a rule for his people, that's it. It's done for. Well, sometimes his people get out of pocket, right? Doom met them with the pistol in his army and was like, look, I'm gonna be real. As the ruler of Latveria, I understand that you people sometimes are idiots. You people sometimes don't know what to do. Thank God I'm here. You're not going anywhere, bitch. I make the decisions. No one leaves the realm until I say so. That's that. Anyone can get popped if they want to disagree because Doctor Doom knows what's best at all times. Can't really argue with him. He controls the block. It is what it is. Doctor Doom goon shit. Next, the time he disrespected Black Panther's drip. Now, I don't know if you guys agree, but especially in like more modern comics, I love the sleek design of Panther's suit and like the Christopher Priest run. He's always had a dope design, right? Always had dope tech, all that. Doom disagrees. Doesn't like the drip. One time when he pulled up on Doom was like, yo, I signaled for the king, like T'Challa. But who's this in a Halloween costume? And T'Challa's like, yo, this is the Panther suit. It's what our kings wear. Like, I don't disrespect. Like, this is king shit. And Panther's like, now, is this the real Doom? Or is this one of his stupid bots? And Doom goes, you guys should feel blessed and should pray right now that you are allowed to be in the presence of the real Doom, bitch. And I was like, damn, like Doom keeps winning these verbal exchanges. But yeah, he made fun of the Panther drip and then tells him he was blessed to be in front of Doom. Goat shit. Next up, this is a wild one. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not having brought this up in the first few videos, but Doom's, like, the way he talks, his confidence, his swag, all that, literally has narratively been acknowledged. So Doom was talking to some guards at one point, right? And they're like, yo, why do you do that? And he's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, how are you able to speak in all capitals at certain points? And he was like, shut up, peasant. But yo, they literally, like, the author acknowledges, and they have like narrative awareness that his speech bubbles are literally different because he can capitalize certain stuff. And apparently real characters can perceive that Doom literally talks different than everybody else. He literally talks different. Like, he talks his shit in a completely different manner that can actually...
That's another why also some people had an issue with Robert Downey Jr. being cast, because of the fact that they're saying, yo man, you needed to get somebody that he's supposed to speak a different language, he's supposed to speak different languages, he's supposed to speak with an accent, he's this, that. He like, yo, Robert Downey Jr. ain't got no accent, Robert Downey Jr. don't speak different languages. So, you know what I mean? That's a lot of also people's problems. I heard a couple of those arguments online. You know what I mean?
He recognizes speech bubbles. That's crazy. Shout out to those random Marvel humans. More Marvel humans scaling. Oh my god, that's crazy. Next, we have the time.
Because they said the same thing. There's a certain way that he speaks. You know what I mean? And Robert Downey Jr. don't have it. I don't know.
Doom ran into Stan Lee. That's right. Stan Lee, as in the most famous
Stan Lee, baby,
contributor to Marvel Comics, the face of Marvel Comics. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. Stan Lee did this storyline where Stan Lee meets, and it was like him going into the Marvel Universe, meeting different characters, right? One of those characters was Doctor Doom. And when Doctor Doom sees Stan Lee, he's like, Stan, we need to talk, big dog. And Stan's like, what? He's like, I don't appreciate how you and your writers have portrayed me in a way that makes the readers think I'm a horrible person. And Stan Lee's like, yo, like, why would they think that? What on earth would make them think you're not a good guy? And Doom's like, I'm gonna be real, no fucking clue. I'm dope. I got drip. I rule my country. My people love me. I'm always making smart decisions. I'm smart as shit. I'm powerful. I do magic. What's not to like about me? Very valid case, by the way. And you know, Stan Lee's like, yo, I don't know. People be tripping sometimes. And he didn't really like have a clean answer at that point for Doom. It's just funny to me how Doom was pressing Stan Lee on like the PR for Doctor Doom, and why doesn't everybody love Doctor Doom? That shit was hilarious. And next, another Namor moment. We have two more to finish off this video. This one was the time Doom got the drop on Namor, right? Like I said, even though they're both kings, Doom doesn't respect Namor like that, right? Doom has even enslaved Namor. That's right. Literally ran up, got the drop on Namor, and put an enslavement collar on him. And was like, yeah, bitch, now I literally control you. You can't do anything else. And Namor's like, bro, you don't put this on the, you know, the Avengers.
Like I tell you, there's a lot of stories where Doom and Namor.
Son of Atlantis, and he was like, Doom does what he wants, pussy, so shut up. And Doom really did that. Literally enslaved Namor on the spot. Finally, shout out to GB for getting me this moment. It's from a classic Doom Namor exchange, and it is hilarious. He loves this moment as well. This was when a court jester really guessed it, fucking with Doom. So he made the horrible mistake, his name was like Sarusan, of making fun of Doctor Doom. This was an incident in which Doctor Doom did get knocked down. So it's mad disrespectful. He's making fun of Doctor Doom getting knocked down. You don't do that shit. That's a fucking death sentence. I don't know why he did it, but he did that shit. So next time, they're like fighting goons and stuff, right? That's when Namor, he's fighting. He realizes, yo, Doom's off with Sarusan. Why is he off with that court jester? What happened? So Doom pulled up on the court jester again, and he was like, yo, remember that shit you made fun of me for? Do it again. And when he does it again, he's subjected to the same thing that hit Doctor Doom, and it blew him up. So he made him reenact what happened to Doom, and that resulted in his death, which, of course, Doom knew what would happen. Like, he obviously doesn't scale Doom. And when Namor witnessed it, Namor was like, bro, that's murder. Like, you just killed that guy. And Doom was like, I don't give a shit. And it was just like, yo, take your complaint somewhere else, bitch. I don't care who I bodied. Fuck him. He made fun of me. And that was it. Like, he just killed the guy for making fun of him. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been another 20 awesome goon moments from Dr. Doom. Let me know what your favorite one from this video was, and make sure to get it to 1,000 likes so the Dr. Doom goon movie drops. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy YFE, aka Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later.
There you go, guys. He's gonna get the Dr. Doom goon movie ready for you guys. Yo, make sure you guys check him out, Dr. Goon, out there on YouTube. Hold on, let's go back. Oh man, yo, that was good. So yo, at least now you got some breakdown, you know what I mean, of all of the things that they can do when it comes to the Dr. Doom and the MCU, just ideas, you know what I mean. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up so we can check out some reactions and you know, some theories when it comes to the MCU, you know what I mean. Right now we're checking out comic books, which is cool, but now let's go ahead and check out, let me see this right here. Oh, you know something, I got a treat for you guys. Yo, no lie, I was watching this yesterday while it was, like, literally Marvel put this out yesterday while it was premiere. Marvel put it out to premiere, right? And they put this shit on a loop. And no lie, I must have been watching it for like, I must have been sitting here for like about 15-20 minutes. I promise you. No, I ain't even, I ain't even capping on that one. You know what I'm saying? I was like right here, just dying laughing. Just laughing and laughing and laughing. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it was. For for about 15-20 minutes, I was dying laughing. Check it out.
We're the Avengers. We can bust arms dealers all the live long day, but that's the end game. How are you guys planning on beating them?
This is how you end, Tony.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel just announced their Comic-Con panel. They were bringing back Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I got it. I'm about to show you guys. Check this. I was dying laughing for like 20 minutes just watching this. Check it out. So yeah, that's just a little treat for you guys. You know what I mean? I saw this yesterday and I sent it out. I texted like about 10 people this link yesterday while they were premiering it. It was crazy. You should have seen the people in the chat. They were like, "Hey, yo." But I was, like I said, I was just here, for like 15 minutes yesterday watching it. So once again, if you guys have not seen this movie yet, and the behind the scenes, this is part of for like the behind the scenes, because Ryan Reynolds was talking about he had to put something in his mouth so that the dog can even do that, and then after a while he was like, so check out the behind the scenes. That's funny. So, okay. Let's see here. Alright, here we go. Give me 1 second. Alright. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to check out here. Boom. We're gonna check out Emergency Awesome. This is the YouTuber that I've been literally watching for years. We get some of my scoops compared to him and a bunch of other YouTubers that I've been watching. I like to see their thoughts, know their thoughts. when it comes to their theories, when it comes to the Marvel and all that stuff. And you know, everybody has their own theories and all that good stuff. So he did drop this one, I think about, I don't know if it was like about 4 or 5 days ago, I think. But I still have not seen it, so I did want to go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and check it out. This is going to be talking about the Marvel Universe. And yeah. Oh. Yes. There's something flying around. But alright guys, let's go ahead and check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. So let's go ahead and get this going. Give me a second. I'll be back.
We're the Avengers. We can bust arms dealers all the live long day, but that's the end game. How are you guys planning on beating that?
This is how you end, Tony.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel just announced their Comic-Con panel. They were bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as a version of Doctor Doom in the next 2 Avengers movies. If it wasn't clear, they've changed Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty. Now it's going to be Avengers Doomsday, and his Doctor Doom will be the main villain of that, and he'll also return during Avengers 6 Secret Wars. Naturally, everyone had 1,000 questions about what this means for the overall story, why they're bringing him back as Doctor Doom and not as, say, like Superior Iron Man when he's just available for him as a character. Why don't they just bring him back as the evil Iron Man of another universe? Then, just a few days after Marvel's announcement, all the trades published details on what's going on behind the scenes at Marvel with them bringing him back and bringing the Russos back to direct both Avengers movies. Marvel also revealed which movie they're going to debut his character in the first time we'll see his Doctor Doom, so I'll talk about that later in the video. So we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. Marvel has answered some of these questions, and I think we actually figured out what some of the story is going to be. Not 100%, but what most of the story is going to be. Everyone has probably seen the news by now from the Marvel Comic-Con panel. I did a much bigger reaction video with all the important parts of the Robert Downey Jr. Avengers Doomsday panel on Saturday night.
New mask. Same task.
The important parts of the announcement that Marvel left out of the panel is mostly which version of Doctor Doom he's playing. Like, what kind of character, what kind of version of Doctor Doom is he playing? Is he playing a Tony Stark who then later adopted the name of Doctor Doom? Is he a mind-swapped version of Tony Stark who just got stuck in Doctor Doom's body like Demon in an armor? In that version, Doctor Doom swaps his mind with Tony Stark's, taking over his body, but by the end of that story, Tony Stark, who's in Doctor Doom's body, defeats Doctor Doom in his body and essentially becomes a good version of Doctor Doom. He even makes Doctor Doom armor that looks like his classic red and yellow Iron Man colors. Neither of these is the case, though. Marvel is officially calling Robert Downey Jr.'s version Victor Von Doom, meaning that he's not a Tony Stark from another universe who then later just took the name Doctor Doom. In his original universe, whichever one that's going to be, his name has always been Victor Von Doom.
Discover Flavorista favorites in the Sonic app. Live free, eat Sonic.
What did I want to add to that? Come on, man.
What? You're joking. This is a joke.
You want jokes? Wait, new car?
It's not like he stole the name from someone else. A lot of people were quick to point out that this is kind of Romani erasure. Why would they cast Robert Downey Jr. to play a Romani character?
Well, okay, hold up. I want to say something towards that. Supposedly, so it came out that they confirmed that. Doctor Doom is a variant of Tony Stark. Okay? So I believe it's going to be a variant of Tony. It is a variant of Tony Stark that's named Doctor Doom. So, but it could go like a bunch of ways. Like people theorize, like a way you can do it is, for instance, like we all know Iron Man's story, right? So you got Iron Man's story, and then you know his dad and all how he became Iron Man, right? But imagine that both of his parents died, right? When he's young. Let's say he's young, both of his parents get killed, and then he gets adopted by the Van Dooms. You know what I'm saying? And then they raise him, change his name to Victor, and then all he knows is Victor and the Van Dooms, and then, you know what I'm saying? And in another universe, he don't know the Starks, you know what I mean? He never grew up with them. His mom and dad died when he was you could say a baby or a kid. So he was raised this way, and that's how he became this way, because these were his parents. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do it, you know what I mean? So there's a that's just a way you can do it.
When they had so many other options like Superior Iron Man. I believe here's where Marvel's taking the same route they did with Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, and both Evan Peters Quicksilver and Aaron Taylor Johnson Quicksilver. None of them had any Romani heritage in their blood. So I don't think that Marvel really cares about that aspect. Getting to the why of it all, like there are 3 or 4 major reasons why Marvel is bringing Robert Downey Jr. back.
Going zone. What's going on? Let's see what's up.
Just in general, most people are quick to point out money, like it's all about money. Like they just backed up the dump truck of money to his house and said, please come back, we're floundering, we need to go with our safest bets.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you?
Right back
to me.
How ironic, now that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as the villain, like that would almost fit inside his mouth. They're not gonna have him say that, obviously, that's just like too on the nose. But the first obvious reason, and everybody said this right after they made the announcement, like immediately upon making the announcement, is panic. Marvel hit the panic button. After the last few years of movies and shows since Avengers Endgame have been underperforming, they literally just made fun of this in Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't consider it a spoiler to say, like we can talk about it in a non-spoilery way, but the movie just in general absolutely rips the multiverse saga apart. Deadpool spends a lot of time in the movie making fun of all the Marvel movies since Avengers Endgame. There's even another character who's supposed to be really annoying during the movie that Deadpool hates, who says that he's loved all the Marvel movies since Avengers Endgame. Deadpool even breaks the fourth wall to say that everybody is tired of the multiverse of it all. Like the trope is just overdone. Can we just go back to the way things used to be? Just shining a light on a lot of the complaints that the audience members just in general have had since Avengers Endgame. Like, we're getting tired, this is getting long in the tooth, can you just move on to like the next big thing like X-Men? We want to see more X-Men stuff. Marvel's had a few hits since Avengers Endgame, like Spider-Man No Way Home. I love the Shang-Chi movie, the Loki series. There have been other solid movies and shows just in general. Like, not every movie, every show has been terrible. There have been some good stuff in there. Generally though, Marvel Phase 4, Marvel Phase 5 have been a pretty mixed bag. I did a bunch of videos about this last year. Marvel had a big long dark night of the soul last year and just completely pumped the brakes on all the movies and shows, pulling way back on their output so they could focus way more time and resources on a smaller amount of stuff to make sure it was as peak as possible as they were releasing it.
The flame.
That's good information,
For centuries,
baby.
it has brought us together. It's a symbol of unity.
That's actually how Deadpool and Wolverine got moved up in the schedule. Originally, it wasn't supposed to release till later in the timeline, but they saw how good it was, so they're like, we need to get this out right now. And as of me posting this video, the movie's only been released for like 4 or 5 days. It's made about $500 million already, breaking all rated R movie records that are out there. There's actually a pretty good chance that it's gonna break $1 billion by the time it ends its box office run. So it looks like Kevin Feige's master plan that he started enacting last year has begun to work. The other big part of this is Marvel panicking and trying to take the MCU back to what it looked like before Avengers Endgame. Like, oh crap, we need to roll the firmware back. Roll it back. This upgrade has been bad. Go back, go back. Now they're bringing back pretty much all the original Avengers in different ways. Like, some of them are going to have to be variants because some of them died. Really good example of that is Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. And a lot of what so in essence, you have the same major villain for those 2 movies, but slightly different versions of that character. Like the Thanos that they defeated at the end of Avengers Endgame was a slightly different version of the Thanos that they tried to fight during Avengers Infinity War. So the whole idea is that the Kang variant kills the Council of Kangs, they push into Secret Wars, and it winds up being an adaptation of the original Secret Wars from the 1980s combined with a more modern version of Secret Wars, with all the remnants of characters from different universes surviving on Battleworld, forming a multiverse Avengers team with a bunch of legacy.
And remember, like the things that we've seen, all the things like we've seen in the comic books videos that we were just watching, like I said, I'm sure that we're gonna see some of that in these movies. I'm positive.
Marvel characters like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, more X-Men characters, fighting that different Kang variant, defeating him, then rebuilding the multiverse. If you've read the Secret Wars comics, the original version and the more modern version, it makes a little more sense. It's actually a pretty simple setup. It just trades on bringing a lot of classic actors back as variants like they did during Deadpool and Wolverine. But then Jonathan Majors had his very public legal problems. Regardless of where you fall on that, Disney basically ordered Kevin Feige and Marvel to fire him and come up with a new story that did not involve Kang. At their story retreat, the trades like Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, all these big publications reported that Marvel discussed replacing Kang as an overarching Thanos-type villain with Doctor Doom. And it actually sounds now like that plan ultimately won out inside Marvel, and that's what they did. And because they're still filming Avengers 5 and Avengers 6 back-to-back again, like they're still producing the next Avengers movies the same way they produced Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and we're getting really close to that. They're going to start filming Avengers 5 in spring next year, 2025, so they have to lock down all these actors and these characters in this story. We're kind of at the last minute here, and Marvel just has not done the work they need to do to develop Doctor Doom as a really important character inside the movies in general to get casual fans to care about him. They spent 10 years developing the Thanos character across all the movies, even the Avengers movies as well too. All these post-credit scenes, they can't turn on a dime, introduce a brand new actor in Avengers 5 that nobody has ever seen before, and expect casual audiences to...
Like, remember what I was saying before? Like, yo, Thanos was a build-up. It was a build-up that everybody was waiting for. And it was an amazing payoff.
Care about him the same way that really hardcore comic book fans care about Doctor Doom. So how do they fix that problem? We need this new character that we want to bring in, but we need everybody, like anybody who's never ever picked up a comic book to care about him. Their solution, and this is probably the safest bet that they could have gone with, we should have predicted they would have done something like this, is for them to bring back the greatest actor in the MCU, their most popular character, and turn him into their new villain. Hoping that all the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man stands out there, like the casual fans who've been clamoring for him to return to the MCU at some point, will buy into him as the villain in the same way. This is basically the safest, most bankable option for Avengers 5 and Avengers 6, which we should have expected them to do, like I said. Of course, they're going to pick the safest option. So much money is on the line. They're probably going to have to spend at least $600 million making both movies. They spent about $500 million making Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. There were a bunch of strikes, so like everybody's contracts went up. Everybody's getting paid a little bit more. So it actually costs a little bit more to make the movies, even if you're doing the exact same thing. They also reported what Robert Downey Jr.'s contract is to come back.
Activating Beast Mode. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. Beast Mode. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Beast Mode. Ready, set, go.
It is a golden affair.
Part of the clauses of his contract is that he would only come back if they brought the Russos back to direct the movies, so that's the real reason why the Russos are coming back. They're also a really safe bet for Marvel just because Infinity War and Endgame did so well. They're like, why don't we just go back to the last thing we knew that worked really well?
Yo, he's gonna look completely like this. See, that's what I'm saying, though. Do you think he's gonna have a scar on his face? Do you think he's gonna have a clean face? Do you think they're gonna mess his face up? Me personally, I think if anything, just a little scar, because it's Robert Downey Jr. They're gonna show his face.
Marvel rolling back the firmware on their directors again. We need to go back to a more stable operating system. Robert Downey Jr. is being paid more than, I think, $80 million for both of the next Avengers movies, about $40 million per movie. He earned about $75 million for Infinity War and $75 million for Endgame. So his pay is about on par with what he got paid for the previous Avengers movies, with just a little bit of inflation figured in. There's all kinds of weird clauses that are built into his contract too, like the company jet. He gets this big base camp during the movies while they're filming because they'll be filming the movies back to back. But if you didn't see all the behind the scenes videos that I did for Infinity War and Endgame, he actually had all that stuff for Infinity War and Endgame. So really, Marvel is just giving him all the perks that they gave him before. Like, they're not new perks. He already had all these benefits before this. The Russos are being paid $80 million for both movies, so it's about $20 million per Russo brother per movie. Here's where we get to the new story for Avengers Doomsday. How do they explain Robert Downey Jr. being Victor Von Doom from another universe and not another Tony Stark? And why are they doing it that way? The answer why is a little bit easier. They're doing it mostly for the emotional impact of seeing how the 616 Marvel characters and Avengers who were Iron Man's friends and family react to seeing him again when he starts wrecking them and destroying their universe, being worse than Thanos. Their greatest friend and ally now become their greatest enemy. Somebody check on Peter Parker. Can you imagine how he's going to react when he sees this new version of Robert Downey Jr.'s character? Everybody was memeing the I hate you 3000 line, like I love you 3000 to I hate you 3000. Here's where we get to his big heel turn in the Marvel universe. According to Marvel, after the panel, they clarified he's always been Victor Von Doom in the universe that he's coming from. And it sounds like what they're doing for Avengers 5 Doomsday, because remember, both of these movies with Secret Wars are being filmed back to back, so it's like one story split across two movies, is they're doing Avengers Doomsday more like an adaptation of Time Runs Out.
As fans of the comic know, Secret Wars is incredibly ambitious. The magnitude of the filmmaking, the vastness of the storytelling, world-colliding epicness, all of this made Joe and I understand that we would need to make another essential movie first in order for all of us to be ready for Secret Wars.
Yep, there is one very, very important character that is required, the most important character in all of the Marvel universe.
With Doomsday!
In the comics, that's the story that leads up to Secret Wars, and Robert Downey Jr.'s version of Dr. Doom will be more like the one of that story, Raboom Allah, the Great Destroyer. Early theory is that in his universe, he was raised in Latveria by the Von Doom family. They might explain that he was born to Howard and Maria Stark, so that's why he looks like Tony Stark, but they were killed when he was a baby, like right when he was born, and he was adopted by the Von Dooms and raised as Victor Von Doom, so he only knows life as Victor.
Didn't I say that? Didn't I just say that?
Victor Von Doom. That would explain why he has no memory of Howard Stark, Maria Stark, or a life as Tony Stark. Like, they have no connection to the Tony Stark character in general. They'll probably do it that way to explain why it's not some simple trick and why the main Avengers can't just fix things to make him good again. Like, he'll be evil no matter what. So it's not like a Hydra Cap kind of twist from the comics where there's this weird time travel explanation to explain how they turned a good character evil. He's always been this way in the universe that he came from. In his universe, like Dr. Doom of the comics, he combines magic and science to make himself even more powerful than both Iron Man and Doctor Strange. For example, he uses his power to probably destroy his own version of Thanos. That was the big twist in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, is that the Illuminati wasted their version of Thanos. Imagine this Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom doing the same thing in his own universe. He's a version who wants to protect his universe, but he has no problem killing people, being more hardcore, kind of like Superior Iron Man. They kind of alluded to this phenomenon during Avengers Age of Ultron when for a hot second, Iron Man thought to cover the world in a metaphorical suit of armor to protect it. Like, I will protect the world, but in doing so, he would have wound up crushing everyone. I will crush your freedom in order to protect you. Imagine his Doctor Doom is more like that in his universe. They adapt a version of Time Runs Out and then Secret Wars from the comics, and we find out that his Doctor Doom is going around the multiverse destroying the anchor beings of each universe in order to prevent incursions into his own universe, which is kind of what happened in the original comics version, but I don't consider it a spoiler to say that in Deadpool and Wolverine, they introduced the concept of anchor beings in a similar twist to Molecule Man in the original Secret Wars storyline. I think they've replaced Molecule Man in the MCU with the idea of anchor beings. They explain in Deadpool and Wolverine when an anchor being dies, his universe winds up slowly dying too.
Well, it's time to find a new apartment on Zillow. Huh, these are all...
Kevin Feige played coy on who the anchor being of the MCU.
Yo, that's another thing. I hear people online talking about, oh, the Deadpool and Wolverine movie didn't teach us anything new, didn't move the needle, didn't connect to anything in the future. I mean, yo, are you tripping? We didn't know anything about anchor beings until the Deadpool and Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know anything about the anchors until then, you know? So it's like, I mean, we did learn something. I'm guessing if they put us onto that, it's because that's going to mean something in the future. You know what I mean? Could be wrong, but Hey.
Is. It's not Wolverine, and it's not the Iron Man who died during Avengers Endgame. What I think they're doing, just based on all this information they've released, is the majority of the plot of Avengers 5 will be them pulling an Infinity War, but replacing the Vision and Thanos roles in the MCU being the anchor being in Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Like his Doctor Doom will come to the MCU to destroy the anchor being to destroy the MCU universe in order to protect his own, preventing an incursion. And he's probably been going around the multiverse doing this to the different anchor beings all over the place. Secret Wars Doctor Doom did a version of this where he went around the multiverse, first killing the different molecule men, but then collecting them, trying to use them as a bomb against the Beyonders. I think they're just getting rid of the Beyonders part of the story. Like, just cut that out for their adaptation they're doing for the movies. The next real big question is when. When are we going to see his version of Doctor Doom for the first time? And reportedly, according to Variety, some of the trades, is actually going to be in the post-credit scene of the Fantastic Four movie. I don't know if that means that he's going to be the version of Doctor Doom from their universe. That would certainly be much simpler. But he could be from a totally different universe. In either way, they could just tack on the post-credit scene where they reveal what he is doing. So the side note here with the Kang of it all, big follow-up here, is that Marvel does plan to recast Kang so that they can wrap up that storyline with the Council of Kangs at the very beginning of Avengers 5. Now you're kind of realizing how this is going to go. It'll be kind of like the beginning of Avengers Infinity War, where Thanos came along and wrecked the Asgardians in the first 5 minutes of the movie and killed Loki. Do the same thing, but replace Thanos with this Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom and the Kangs. So RIP Council of Kangs. Then he'll come to the main MCU, start destroying it and the MCU anchor being to save his universe.
I hope we see an ending to the Kangs. I really do, but supposedly we're not. Supposedly that's it. Supposedly they're not going back to that story. They're not touching none of that. Supposedly whatever happened in Ant-Man, they sealed it. So I would like to see a finale to the Kangs, or at least Doctor Doom killing Kang.
Because they want to keep Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom as the main villain of Avengers 6 Secret Wars, this almost confirms that they're also turning him into a version of God Emperor Doom from the Secret Wars comics. Remember, their big task is getting casual audiences to care about the main villain of both movies. How do you do that? Well, you keep the same villain, you just introduce slight twists with the character, and they're doing it with their most popular character they've had in the MCU the last 10-15 years. So it kind of seems like the stories of both Avengers movies will more closely resemble the modern version of Secret Wars. I still think they plan to bring back a bunch of legacy Fox Marvel characters like X-Men, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Deadpool, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, other X-Men, some other MCU characters, and they'll fight that God Emperor version of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom in Secret Wars, then rebuild the multiverse at the end of that. Marvel also revealed that the new Fantastic Four will be in both Avengers movies, and Avengers 5 I think will primarily take place inside the main MCU, meaning at the end of their movie, they probably have a post-credit scene where they wind up in the MCU. I know there's going to be a billion more questions about this, so everybody just post your reactions in the comments below, and as we get more info on Robert Downey Jr.'s version of Doctor Doom, and how...
Yo, you know what I heard? I heard that they paid Robert Downey Jr. just to be in the end credit scene of Fantastic Four. So let's say what? The end credit scenes are what? No longer, let's say 3 minutes, right? Because I mean, you ain't gonna get no 5-minute end credit scene, right? But let's say, you know what? Let's give it 5 minutes. $40 million, right? For a cameo, and 5 minutes is a long ass time in the scene. Like I said, it ain't gonna be no 5 minutes. More like, what, the cameos, the end credit scene, let's say 3 minutes, right? So for 3 minutes, for whatever, let's say 3 to 5 minutes, right? $40 million. Hey baby, what's going on? Just sent you the preview to Iron Man 4. Iron Man 4? Ain't no damn Iron Man 4. And you didn't send me no link. You just said Atom. You said Atom Man. Send me a link. Ain't no, hey, there's no Iron Man 4. I promise you that. Wifey's in the chat.
While they're figuring all of this out, of course I'll do more videos about it.
The fact that you said there's a preview to Iron Man 4 lets me know you definitely don't watch my content. And you're my wife.
I'm still working on a bunch of Comic-Con trailers like the Fantastic Four trailer, the new Captain America 4.
That's a fake trailer, babe. Oh, that's fake. YouTube, Facebook has fake trailers. You know what I mean? Just like the Ninja Turtles. Remember, there's only 4 turtles.
Trailer, the Thunderbolts trailer, so I'll post videos for those in the next couple of days too. Be sure to enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss any of that. Everybody click here for that Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom Comic-Con panel, and click here for all my Deadpool and Wolverine breakdown and post-credit scene videos. Thank you so much.
Charlie, that's what's up. Appreciate that. Guys, you already know. Let me see. Let me go back. Let's go back. Bam. Here we go. Let's see. Alright, so yes. Yo, that was good right there, man. That was Charlie right there, Emergency Awesome. Y'all been checking this guy out for years, and yo, I love checking out his reactions, his you know, what he thinks when it comes to his opinion. You know what I mean? When it comes to the Marvel movies, real good. Let me see if there's anything else here that I wanted to show you guys. So let's see. Big Troy, what's going on? Big Troy in the house. Let's see, what's this? Okay. There was some Wolverine stuff that I wanted to do as a video or stream on, but that definitely could be for another day. Right now we're looking Dr. Doom. We're talking Dr. Doom. You know what? Let me see.
I totally
what Screen Crush has got, if he has anything to say. Let me check it out. He's got something here about Robert Downey Jr. Let's see this. Alright, Doom and different Wolverine explained, but I don't want to see any. Hopefully no spoilers here. Alright. Let's check out what Screen Crush has to say. I haven't seen this one yet. Let's see. There we go. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy, and today we want to answer the big question: is Marvel back, or did they never go away?
He came back.
I saw.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I found something. Let's see what he's talking about, guys. This is Screen Crush. Check him out. Real awesome. I like the 411 as well. And his little dog too. Check him out. Let's get it started.
Oh, the multiverse. And it was done.
Pivot! Pivot!
Hey, welcome back to Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy, and I'm feeling
Ryan, what's
so
going
many
on?
conflicting emotions right now.
I'm happy and angry.
At San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel just announced that my all-time favorite Marvel character, Dr. Doom, will be replacing Kang as the villain of Secret Wars, and that he's going to be played by Robert Downey Jr.
I can't believe.
Dark does a spit take. I know, right? So we're going to break down all of the SDCC footage and announcements, the Fantastic Four footage, and then me and Colton Ogburn are going to explain the return of Robert Downey Jr. and the Russo brothers and what that means for Avengers and the future of the MCU. So the panel began with Feige and friends bringing out the cast of Captain America: Brave New.
I think after this one, that we check out this one here, we'll go ahead and end it. You know what I mean? So let's see what's going on. Come on, Ryan.
World. Feige called it a return to the grounded aspects of Winter Soldier, which is awesome. Captain America's stories are vital to the MCU because they show us the street-level, human elements of the franchise. Harrison Ford playing the president also seems like a throwback to 90s political...
Hey, how many of you guys are excited for the new Captain America, Sam Wilson-led movie with the Red Hulk? Oh, shit. Speaking of Red Hulk, shouts out to whoever sent me the link for the Red Hulk. Somebody wanted me to do a Red Hulk video when it comes to the story time that we just did with Doom. So yeah, I do got one queued up, so we can go ahead. That will be a different video for a different day, but for the Red Hulk, because we do got Red Hulk coming in the MCU now. So I appreciate that. And once again, guys, if you guys want to send me anything, any links to any characters that you want to see a comic book on, or anything like that, you know, we're trying to get the 411 on, you know, you want to know a little bit more about, you can make sure you guys send me the email at heroesandvillains@gmail.com. So appreciate all you guys that have been hitting me up on the email, so appreciate it. But I will be doing a video on the Red Hulk, so I appreciate that person that has sent me that link. I'm definitely on it. That'll be a different video for a different day, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what's up.
Thrillers of his like Air Force One, Patriot Games, or Clear and Present Danger. Now Harrison Ford was also there, and he said that he took on the role because he saw all these other actors in the MCU and he wanted to have some of that fun too. They also revealed that Giancarlo Esposito is not playing G.W. Bridge, as some leakers suggested. He is playing Sidewinder, the head of the Serpent Society.
Who the fuck is Sidewinder? Sidewinder? He wouldn't even look like that. That's... And then Sidewinder is the leader of the Serpent Society. Remember when they, I don't know if you guys know, but when they first announced Captain America Civil War, before that, at that moment, they said, and the movie coming is Captain America, then they said Serpent Society. And then everybody was like, oh, what the fuck, you know what I mean? And then right there, they changed it at that moment. Oh, that was a fake name, Captain America Civil War. You know what I mean? Nobody want no damn Serpent Society.
Now just say right now. So in the comics, the Serpent Society is a group of snake-themed Captain America.
And fun fact, they had a remake like most of the new Captain America movie because there was a lot of Serpent Society and they took out a bunch of them. So that'll remake the movie and make it more action or some shit. So yeah.
Villains. In fact, Marvel originally teased us.
So we're gonna get the leader of the Serpent Society with no Serpent Society? I don't know what's going on.
And said the title of Captain America Civil War was the Serpent Society. Now, one of the most notable things about this group is one of their members was the villain turned hero Diamondback, who became Steve Rogers' love interest for years in the comics. But the big reveal of the panel was finally showing Harrison Ford hulking out, both on stage and in the footage. There was footage of...
So now you guys know this Harrison Ford is the Red Hulk. And in this moment, in this scene, he's talking to all those people and then he hulks out, turns into the Red Hulk in front of these people while he's in front of the White House. So that's gonna be a crazy ass thing. Everybody's gonna know that the president is the Red Hulk. Spoiler alert.
President Ross at the presidential podium turning into the Red Hulk at a press conference. And the Red Hulk, by the way, does have a face that looks like Harrison Ford's. And in the footage, they also confirmed a long...
There goes your Celestial. Remember we were talking about the Celestials earlier? There you go. So if that Celestial would have came out of the Earth, the Earth would have been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So they're born out of planets. So that's what a Celestial is.
Held rumor that the Celestial from the Eternals is going to be key in making the mineral adamantium, leading Feige to say,
Just when I think my dream of a married life can't get any more complete, I hear Harrison Ford say adamantium.
Guys, this panel got us so hyped for Avengers Secret Wars that we designed this new Doom shirt, a parody of Robert Downey Jr. as the famous Obama poster, which you can find for sale on our merch store, screencrushmerch.com. We have a ton of other parody merch that we have designed ourselves for you guys, like I Can Do This All Day and Ross24. We also have this brand new shirt I'm really proud of, this RPG parody shirt where Reed Richards faces a choice: kill Wanda or tell Wanda everybody's weaknesses. This is in addition to the other great shirts that we have. There's No Living with the Killing, X-Men Nighthawks, Bert and Ernie as Wolverine and Deadpool, and many, many more. Shopping our merch store is the best way to directly support our channel. We love designing these shirts for you guys. Thank you for supporting us all these years, and you can find links for these below. Next, they showed a trailer for the Thunderbolts, asterisk. So the Thunderbolts are another team that I'm just jazzed for. Think of them like Marvel's Suicide Squad. They showed some footage that revealed all the team members, including Lewis Pull.
Yo, how many of you guys are excited for that? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You know, I like Bucky. You know what I mean? I like the Winter Soldier. Bucky's cool. And then we have, I want to see again the Red Guardian. You know what I mean? He was pretty cool. And so, you know, let's see what happens.
Pullman as Bob, aka the Sentry. Now they're here right now. So the Sentry is a character created by Paul Jenkins, who is both the strongest and most powerful hero in the Marvel Universe, but he's also the most powerful villain, because
he was the only one that they could get to stop the Hulk. Like, he's literally that powerful. Like, no, like nobody can stop the Hulk. There was a moment that the Hulk raged out, went crazy, and the only one that can stop him was Sentry. And it was, at the end of the day, it was like at a draw. So like Hulk couldn't whoop Sentry's ass, and Sentry couldn't whoop Hulk's ass, but Sentry was the only one that could basically just go toe to toe with him until they basically got tired and had to stop. You know what I mean? That's how powerful this dude is. Like the most powerful in the MCU though. Like, so if you think about within him and Captain Marvel, he's more powerful than Captain Marvel. And you know how they said that Captain Marvel is the most powerful one, how they portray her in the MCU, but he's supposed to be more powerful than her.
Because he has a split personality. In the comics, he even had Doctor Strange cast a forgetting spell on him and the rest of the world as a way to keep his alter ego villain, the Void, from ever returning. It is a truly great comic. But this movie is going to be focused on bringing together all of these misfits and former villains, like Bucky, Red Guardian, oh, and by the way, David Harbour appeared at the panel in full costume, Ghost, who also has a new costume, U.S. Agent, and Taskmaster. But as Sebastian Stan said at the panel, Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova is the standout of the story, which is awesome because I love that character.
Yeah, me too. Florence Pugh, that she's the new, you know, you guys already know, she's the new Black Widow. And I actually like that character. Like, in the beginning, I didn't think, because, come on, man, ScarJo? You gonna replace ScarJo? Oh, man, I love Scarlett Johansson, you know what I mean? So when she came in, I was like, you know what I mean? But, you know, you know, seen her in the Black Widow movie with Scarlett Johansson. So, and then when I seen her in Hawkeye, you know what I mean, the Hawkeye TV show. So, I'm looking forward to seeing her.
Hi! Sebastian Stan also described playing Bucky so many times as having 9 lives, which is an interesting phrase because originally Sebastian Stan only signed a 9-picture deal with Marvel. Maybe he's finally going to be killed off, but for real this time. The footage also revealed that Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, yo. I don't give a damn. You could kill all those even Florence Pugh's Black Widow. You can kill all the motherfuckers off. You better not kill off Bucky. You better not kill off Bucky. You can kill everybody else, so I don't give a damn. Red Guardian, that Black Widow, Ghost, I don't give. Do not touch Bucky.
Has bought Avengers Tower. Now, we can presume that she's the person who gathers the Thunderbolts together, so maybe this means that the team is going to be headquartered in that building. I mean, we had so many theories about this building, that the Kingpin bought it, that Kang bought it, the Fantastic Four, so this reveal is kind of a head-scratcher, but it definitely seems like Marvel is finally paying off a lot of these teases, as we finally run up toward the end of the multiverse saga. But they did not explain why the new title has an asterisk. Now, in the Thunderbolts comics, the first issue revealed that the Thunderbolts were actually villains, the Masters of Evil in disguise. It was a huge twist, and maybe we'll get something similar with the reveal that maybe Baron Zemo is actually secretly running the team. And then we met the cast of the Fantastic Four. Now, Feige confirmed that everybody on stage would appear in the new Avengers movies, including the FF. So then they showed this short teaser, which I've seen, so we can break it down for you. The title of the movie is Fantastic Four: First Steps, because it takes place in a retro future set in the 1960s on an alternate Earth when the human race was exploring space for the first time. This looks amazing. It's going to be very much inspired by the early Jack Kirby and Stan Lee comics, and I am so excited for that. So this is when the multiverse saga really works, when it's telling us stories in ways that are unencumbered by the rest of the MCU's continuity. The movie is directed by Matt Shakman, who helmed WandaVision, and the footage opens with this retro 1960s Fantastic Four logo before taking us to Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards teaching this group of kids about the multiverse. Then there are a series of shots showing Ben and Reed as astronauts with like some fun interplay between them. Then we see a flying car, which they also brought out on the stage in Hall H. We see this shot of the four of them looking like they just returned from their space flight and have their powers. Now the cast did confirm that they are not going to be retelling the origin story. They're doing something new and they're doing it in their own way. But I do think we'll see their origin summarized in a film just like this one. Then we see the outline of the Thing on the dating game, but he stays in shadow because they filmed this entire teaser in like 3 days. They didn't have time to complete the VFX on him. I also like how this reel is presented as like a government promotional reel, playing up the team as hero astronauts and introducing us to them one at a time. I also love the look of the rocket. So this looks like how artists in the 1960s would have imagined space travel. It's very Art Deco, like a ship from Flash Gordon. And then, after the title reveal, we get our very first look at this Kirby-accurate Galactus looking in a skyscraper window.
Yo, look at those eyes. Yo, that looks just like right here. Just like the Galactus I got right here. Like the whole shape, the whole everything. Like I'm saying, that's comic book accurate. That's Galactus.
So this is actually an early animatic that they developed during their Viz Dev process, which is why they had it ready to go even though they only started filming a few days ago. Remember, the last time we saw Galactus on screen, he was a cloud. So this was thrilling for me. The Fantastic Four is my second all-time favorite Marvel comic, and I have dreamed of a movie that actually portrays them accurately, especially a movie that includes Doctor Doom. And that brings us to the big news. The Russo brothers, directors of Infinity War and Endgame, are returning to direct Avengers 5 and 6, with Stephen McFeely, who co-wrote those films and the Cap trilogy, also returning to write the script. Now, Avengers 5 at one point was going to be written by Jeff Loveness and directed by Dustin Daniel Cretton, who's now moved on to other Marvel projects. Back then, it was called the Kang Dynasty. Oh yeah, what happened there? Well, Marvel originally put all their chips on Jonathan Majors playing the time-traveling villain Kang. But then, Quantum Mania underperformed and Jonathan Majors was arrested and convicted of assault, so Marvel fired him. So now, they need to fire up their base and win fans back. So Avengers 5 is now titled Doomsday, with Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU to play Doctor Doom. I have so many questions. I barely slept last night. Is he playing a variant of Tony Stark? Is he also from the same reality as the Fantastic Four? I'm torn on this because I know that Robert Downey Jr. will...
Okay, so far in the update, they've said that he is a variant of Tony Stark, but that he does not live in the same universe as the Fantastic Four. And he doesn't live in ours neither, in the 616. So if he doesn't live in the 616, because we don't have a Doctor Doom, right, supposedly, and he's not in the Fantastic Four alternate universe, where the hell is he coming from? You know? But he is a variant of Tony Stark that is named Doctor Doom. I mean, Victor Von Doom, you know what I mean.
Will be a great Doctor Doom, but does this mean that Marvel has run out of ideas? That's just what I think. Colton Ogburn, what do you think about this? Did you sleep last night?
Not much.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's perfect. I don't think there is a single announcement that they could have made that would have triggered more excitement, more enthusiasm. I can't think of a single actor they could have brought out on that stage to play Doctor Doom that would have got me this excited. Look, I also love the character of Doctor Doom, perhaps not quite as much as Ryan. I won't try to step on, his enthusiasm for that character, but I love Doom. I love the prospects of him being, the next Thanos. And I think not just from a standpoint of, yes, Robert Downey Jr. is a phenomenal actor, And in a world where perhaps he didn't play Tony Stark and Iron Man, I could see him totally being in the running for a Victor Von Doom type character. But here's the reason I think it's perfect. This is the multiverse saga, and the theme of the multiverse saga is choice, and how decisions that you make can alter the very fabric of time and reality and change everything. And I know we're going to talk, about the logistics here in a second of what this means, but I think it is perfect to have the big bad of the multiverse saga be
this thing. It's what's going on inside of me. It's my moderate to severe ulcerative colitis.
It wasn't always this calm. UC went everywhere I did. Wondering when it would pop up next was stressful, doing a number on my insides.
But then I found out about Velsipity.
A once daily pill, not a steroid or
a version of the big hero from the Infinity Saga, and drive home that theme of how choice and decisions that are made can change everything. And so I think Doom is going to be a variant of Tony Stark. I think that is absolutely perfect, and I think it serves the story really well.
Okay, so I do want to talk logistics in a second, because what you just said about Victor Von Doom being a variant of Tony Stark absolutely shakes me to my core, and I kind of hate it. But I only hate it as somebody who loves the comics, and I want to see, the thrill for me has always been I get to see the comics on screen, right? I get thematically that is a really good thing, and I don't want you guys to think like I think this is the worst thing ever. It's not the worst thing since Greedo shooting first. It is something I'm conflicted about, which again, I want to tell you everything, all the doubts that I'm having in just a second. But first, Colton, I agree. This is extremely exciting. I mean, you talk about a shakeup, right? The multiverse saga, what can we say that Deadpool hasn't already said straight to Marvel's face? It was listless. There was too much. The special effects started to look cheap. Everybody was stretched too thin. We didn't have an Avengers team up. They were peeling fans off. I think the hardcore fans, we never left. We were, expected a lot out of the multiverse saga, but maybe we're disappointed by certain things like Secret Invasion or some other missteps they took. But we were always waiting for them, right? And then they came with this. So you're right. There's nothing they could have done that would have possibly gathered as much enthusiasm. But you're right that it is like the thing we talked about earlier about the Fantastic Four, right? If you're going to do the Fantastic Four and you're going to do the multiverse, do it the way they're doing it, right? The whole point of the multiverse saga isn't to be like, here's John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. That's fun for a cameo, but it's, hey, what about a world that is like an alternate 1960s? Wouldn't that be fun? It's the same thing DC already realized with the Joker. So in that way, I think they're finally starting to see the value of the multiverse saga beyond just cameos. But you brought up logistics, right?
All right, well, that's about it. You guys get the point. We gets the point. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, at the end of the day, it's just a lot to look forward to when it comes to Marvel. We got a lot of things that we got a lot of things coming that they haven't even showed us yet. You know what I mean? Look, after Deadpool and Wolverine was a freaking massive hit, they have no choice, man. They got to just come up with bangers. That's why this Captain America movie, they had to reshoot it again. You know what I mean? The first screenings of it was straight dookie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that this Thunderbolts movie is real good, man. I hope it's like nothing but action. We're finally gonna see Vibranium. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be dope. And you guys know what Vibranium is. Supposedly they're gonna still make that Vibranium is more powerful than whatchamacallit? Adamantium. I'm tripping. Adamantium. That adamantium from Wolverine's claws is gonna be more powerful than Vibranium. So that's gonna be something interesting. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it, guys. But hey, check it out. I think this is it. This is where we're gonna go ahead and end it. Yo, we was dooming it out all night long. You know what I mean? Straight Doom videos when it comes to the comic book stories. You know what I'm saying? And then just checking out some interesting thoughts with some other YouTubers when it comes to the what's coming next, what we could look forward to when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Do me a solid, man. If it's the first time checking out your boy, make sure you guys go ahead, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and let you know when I got all types of videos, live streams, gaming streams, toy hunts, unboxings, all that stuff coming your way. If you guys like the stream, you like the video, do me a solid, smash that like button. It does help out the channel. That way you too can go ahead and share my videos. You know what I mean? Share this shit, you know? That way everybody can get educated on some Dr. Doom. Everybody's ready. Alright? Also guys, make sure to check out the Heroes and Villains Collectibles Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if you guys want to check out photos of the Ninja Turtle statues, the Legos, the Hot Toys, you know what I mean? All that stuff. So, and then we'll see how things are going later on, either today, tonight, or maybe tomorrow, because we did go a long time. Or maybe tomorrow we'll go ahead and do the unboxing I've been wanting to do for the Green Menace, aka the Green Goblin, so we can finally go ahead and open him up and put him with the Spider-Man hot toy. So let's see how I'm feeling. Let's see how it is. You know what I mean? Or I might do a gaming stream, play some Ninja Turtles. I don't know. It's Saturday. The night's still young. Wifey's at work until like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So, you know. So, but I just want to end this stream so we can just, you know what I mean? Hopefully you just satisfied your doom. You know what I mean? And you guys can start dooming it. You know what I mean? While you're gooning it. Alright. So, alright guys, on that one, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Be on the lookout in case I want them going live again later on. So I don't even know. I might. I don't even know. I don't think I got anything better to do anyway. So we'll see how it goes. I might do gaming or the unboxing of the Green Goblin. We'll see what's up. Alright. So on that one guys, this has been dope. This was awesome. Shouts out to everybody that was in the chat showing love. You know what I mean? Appreciate each and every one of you guys. On that one, this has been another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. I'm your boy, LC. Until next time, guys. Peace.